well, I get to have an import somewhere else if I use APA. So that is also really valuable.
So you're
I'll go APA, sure.
okay. All right, we got you to say it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to import Carrier.
Hey, wait a minute.
As well as Pace.
I thought we were making this realistic.
Yes. You don't know how much money I have.
Honestly,
you don't know me.
Those poll results are pretty cool to see because if you go back before the end of the split, when C9 even had Loki and they announced APA, a bunch of C9 fans were questioning whether or not it was going to be a terrible pickup for them. So far, it's been an incredible pickup. Their team vibes seem great.
Yeah.
The way that he's contributed to their overall macro play, how communicative he's been, have all been really positive things. Because even now, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment. I'm still taking Quid.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
I'm taking Quid.
Lock me up. I'm in.
But I'm just glad that we're on the
Keys away.
I'll be here with APA and my T1 bot lane.
Fellow prisoner, I will also mention the fact that for C9, they won 3 Player of the Weeks throughout the entire regular season.
That's a lot.
APA got 2 of them, which will heavily influence the vote that we had just put out in front of the fans.
How many weeks have we had, Raz?
We had 3.
You're telling me they won every player of the week?
Yes.
That's a lot of weeks.
Which mid laner?
How we doing, folks? Another day, another watch party. With more candy this time. Hope you're ready. Because we got a banger series on our hands. And oh boy, should this be fun. How we doing, Beamer? Life's going good today. What up, Dash? There we go. Okay. Hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day. Hope you made the most of it. Just make sure audio's good.
And I just don't know what happened. That's when
We'll drop that down about halfway.
at that point. So I'll agree a little
There we
bit.
go.
Touching on Dom, you had mentioned, we got a kind of a fun quote from him, talking
let me
about
make sure that's
how
good,
Flabber
that's
and
good,
Griffin have
that's good.
a lot of
Perfect.
similarities. right? So we had a quote talking about how Blabber and Griffin are really similar, and then Cryrun inspired.
Funnily enough,
fun to hear about
one of the main reasons why I chose my college is because I love the color green.
I look into, all right, well, at the start of their career, the first, 8 games
Between green, orange, and blue
how similar were
at the
stats?
time.
Does that actually line up with what we were seeing in
Those
games?
were the
And
three.
Actually, it's pretty similar across
If you might notice, though,
metrics, and it's not going to be the exact
the look is a
same,
little bit different
but
today.
very similar
We have the normal
AP,
plushies, but I got
very
two different
similar
things.
their damage percents, their damage per minute,
I don't
everything's
eat much
very
candy.
similar.
I really don't.
I think
Like, I
that's
literally
why
never
playing
eat it
kind of
normally,
a
with the
similar
exception
style.
of
I'm
Valentine's
really
Day.
impressed with how everyone has actually come into the scene.
And a few other times where family, specifically Emily, will buy me my two favorite candies, one of which is Swedish Fish, one of which is Twizzlers. And for context, my freshman year of college, she went a little bit overboard. And then my grandma, who was alive at the time, may she rest in peace, she bought me Swedish Fish. And then my mom bought me Swedish Fish. So there was, to put it in context, one of these bags is only, what, 12 ounces or what, 16 ounces in a pound? How many ounces are there in a pound? 16 ounces in a pound.
Despite his biological age,
yeah, 16 ounces in a pound. So 4 more of these was a 1 pound bag. They used to sell 2 pound bags of these. And so many people bought me Swedish Fish to the point where I had 10 pounds of Swedish Fish in my room. Now, I lived in a, like, the freshman dorm that I lived in was, like, luckily enough in a very secluded area, to the point where none of us locked our doors when we went to class. We literally just kept our doors open all the time, and if somebody needed to swing in and grab shit from one of our rooms, they could. I told people, hey, just go into my room, eat as much Swedish Fish as you want. We got to get through, it's 10 pounds of Swedish Fish. We have 16 of us that live in, like, the secluded area. Like, let's just get through it. It took us a month to get through 10 pounds of Swedish Fish because we were so sick by the end of the first week of eating it that it took us forever to get through. But still very appreciative.
That is unfortunately true.
Kane said, hello, I'm from France. Bonjour. I watched your video recently and I liked it, so I'm coming to give a chance to the LCS because there's no LEC today. Well, welcome, first and foremost. Even if there is LEC, it shouldn't rarely conflict with the LCS matches as they stand. Hi, Dylan on TikTok. Love the content. Keep up the good work. I'm going to try my best. But hopefully we got a banger series for you. Now, I think my assumption is that today this series will not be as close. Even though I'm hoping it will be, I'm not expecting it to be as close. We'll talk about predictions here in a minute. I want to get all of your thoughts. But there's no denying that C9 is currently the best team in the LCS by a pretty wide margin. But there's one note. There's one note that I think we need to disclose that is very important to remember. There's been one time. Actually, think back to it. Was there a point? Yeah, I think the number 1 seed has always gotten a chance to, like, pick their team. Most importantly, okay? Last split, the last time that C9 had a chance to pick their opponent, they went on to pick the team that would beat them and cause them to miss Worlds. And that could very damn well happen again. So, is there a rhyme or reason as to why I would pick FlyQuest over C9 in this series? No. C9 is definitively the better team in the moment, without a question. But I've seen this before. I have seen this before, where C9 looks so good that surely they can't lose to the team that they pick. And the team that they pick, or they chose not to pick yesterday, lost and crumbled under the pressure. So, I could see a world where FlyQuest goes on to upset this. It's best of 5. People were worried about APA's champ pool.
How many do you have?
I'm just saying, I like the chances of this being a close series. That's my main thing. I really do.
Okay. Oh my God.
Now, with that in mind, we've got 8 minutes. They need a heated rivalry LCS edition. Elias, you know what? I'm wearing a hockey jersey. I support that. But I want to get chat's thoughts.
Jose Dioto says no.
How do you guys see this series going?
I mean, I think it.
I have a feeling I know where it's going to go, but make sure you include your score lines. Give me your score line prediction for this series. What do we got? And give me, if you have a reason, give me your reason.
You just have to blame your teammates.
Meanwhile, I'm going to chow down on one of my candies, which are Twizzler bunnies. They're literally little bunnies. Haymakers to their chin. All right. Who's to say we can't knock them out a few times? Not wrong. Not wrong. Shopify Rebellion did the exact same thing last split. TikTok chat coming in first and foremost with the predictions, by the way. 3-1 C9, 3-0 C9. Sean Panda in Twitch chat said 3-2 C9. It's a best of 3. It is a best of 5. We are in playoffs already. It is a fearless best of 5. Lippy said, I think it'll be closer. Only because I bet Fly benefits more from the rematch than C9, which I 100% agree with. The loser typically benefits more than the winner in a rematch, at least in professional football.
A minute later because you're going to have a level advantage. So.
Yeah, I think we've been seeing teams.
I'm seeing 3-1 C9 from Tai Dow. Khan said C9 is about to hit, or is about to, or sorry, Choke 9 is about to hit hard. 3-1 FlyQuest, Game 3 Blabber. Got the vet invade strat to win. Won't happen today. Clown 9, Choke 9, all coming out today. Charm said 4-0 C9.
The knock-on effects of some of these fights. So I think teams are getting so good.
Siesting 12 said 2-2 and then they start kissing.
The first 2 weeks,
We'll go into the cottage.
I was like, the game cannot be won or lost at the Crab, and a lot of it was because the games were just messier. Like
3-1 Fly. If the LEC can fumble the biggest PR boost since 2019, then C9 can fumble a series. Damn, that's leverage of 2 points that I didn't see coming together. But you know what? I respect the hell out of it. I do.
Was how game 3 of that series.
C9 3-2 or 3-0, no in between. Okay.
He talked about
checking back on TikTok chat. Mug said Fly seems they could be really good after some time together. Fly's team fighting has been a bit too disjointed for me. Now, one of the takeaways from yesterday's series that I personally noticed was that as you get later into the series, some of the fresher players did melt a little bit under the pressure. It's not an environment that you typically see yourself in. Like, best of 3 is a little bit more normal. It's closer to scrims. As time goes on and these series go on, it wears you down a little bit more. Your raw emotion and your raw plays start coming out. So, there's a world where I think FlyQuest is subject to that same thing as we go on. Especially, I mean, the big thing for FlyQuest, if they don't pick up a win in the first 2 games, I just don't think they're going to, period. Personally. Unless, truly, they're walking in with so much pressure on their shoulders, but then I would question, why are they walking in with pressure on their shoulders? You're the underdogs in this matchup. So, with that in mind, I think if FlyQuest can take one of the first 2 games, it'll be really big in getting us to Game 4. And Game 4 is where we will learn who's got clutch factor and who doesn't. And historically, we know that C9 doesn't, which is very interesting because FlyQuest, we have no clue at all. Like, we have none with this roster. So there's a chance that they come in and do have it and cause an upset. It's a completely unknown factor.
He can invade there. Was that correct?
Yeah, I didn't realize. I think you can still get vision. You just
narratives around C9 are wild to me, constantly from the choke agenda pushers. I hear at the beginning of the year, C9 is the worst team. They aren't top 3. Except when playoffs come around, suddenly they're chokers, implying they were the better team all along. Which is it, bro? I
actually see someone if the ward is placed properly. Let's just start.
I can't speak for the general public. I can only speak for myself. And what I would say is I think C9 are a fantastic regular season team, or a fantastic regular season team, but coaching under Reaper tends to fall through when the pressure is on most. I think now is when we find out what Dom and Anero bring to the table.
Okay. So now we'll try on the other side.
So Choke 9 may not necessarily be related to the players, could be the coaching.
But if you move a little further down and really hug the edge until it's
But if
very
FlyQuest
tight.
wins this series,
All right, there's my ward. Go try and walk back and forth now.
All right, I'm gonna try to walk back.
there is no escaping that narrative forever.
It's like a flash.
Like,
Back again.
it's permanently going to be a thing
Run
until the
as
end of
much as I
time.
can.
Yeah.
Like, this should be so clear-cut of a C9 win over a marginally worse opponent.
See you go back. Yeah. Now go through.
But
I see you again.
Okay. So it
We'll
seems
see.
like you can, right?
But
Like,
it's so tight.
I do agree with Joseph. It's a little too early in the year for C9 to choke.
Hold on,
I-
I'm placing it a little deeper this time.
I'm
We got
trying
2
to
minutes
hug the
left.
wall as much as I possibly
It is a
can.
tight.
I will give my
placement.
formal
Okay, I
prediction.
got
As
another
much as I
one.
want FlyQuest to win, and I will be cheering for FlyQuest in this series, to be very
I see
clear,
you.
Okay.
Go back.
I think is going to be a 3-2 for
Not an
C9.
easy ward. I'll
It's
give you
right,
that.
right along.
I hope we go to 5. I think it could get a little bit messy here. I think
Tell me when you
players
see
could
it
play a
after
little
it's
bit
off.
loose
It's
because
like
there's a
right
little
here.
less pressure on things.
Okay, so it's like.
I
right-
think we
it's
go the
literally-
full 5
It's
games,
literally this
but
one
I do
spot.
think
I'm
C9
trying to
clutches
hug
out, and
the
I don't
wall
think
so
Game
far,
5 is
so I'm trying to hug
particularly
the wall as
close.
much as I possibly can.
That's
So
where I
this is
see this
actually
going.
Super good to know because it seems like Blabber didn't even know this. 'Cause
But
Blabber
I
thought
am
that you can't
so
see
excited
that.
for
He was
this.
willing
I'm
to just
hoping
go
this is going to be
Yeah,
close.
but-
I'm hoping
so
this is
it's
a
so
good
funny
series.
because had Griffin
But
known
only
that,
time will
which
tell.
He said in review to me, he said he was told that you can spot it, and he was actually right. So
Can't rot a Blabber throw at some
could've been
point.
spotted on that invade when
Not
it's
wrong.
snowing.
You never know.
So maybe we've
Never
all
know.
learned a
What up,
little bit
cuddly hobo?
something new. You can spot that topside ramp. You just
I
have to
will
be very
dominate
precise
first
as
best of
teams with
best
your
of
ward
5 since his
placement.
Dignitas
Let's see
days.
if that comes
Well, I
through
mean,
the right
technically he was
way
with the
as
team
Griffin
last
and
year, but
Blabber
not as
can
like an
have a
official
rematch
coach. So
between
yeah,
them
we'll
in
count it.
best of 5.
So this was all a lie? But no, but
It just adds to
I want to see what their
It
predictions
does.
are.
Yeah.
Let's
It
see.
does.
What do we got?
I just-
Blabber was confidently incorrect.
but it feels so specific.
I
that,
don't
like,
think these are the
especially with how
circumstances
quick
where
the game
Blabber starts
starts.
choking yet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think we
like,
still have
I'm
time
not
to
gonna
get
be
to
able
that
to do
point.
that 100% of the time. I can barely do that. I'm sure 30%
Yeah,
of the time.
not to mention if there's someone like a Thresh or something camping in that bush or a Braum over the wall. Like you don't want to be sitting there
I need
like,
your
Yeah.
predictions.
bouncing back and forth. So I understand why Blabber would just place it outside the bush.
Yes.
Because then it's guaranteed to
You have
see
28
ramp at least
seconds.
every
Come on.
single time.
And it's just a little blip. So if
It's
you
a
have it
blip.
there, it's like you have to actually be paying attention.
Yes.
He
Because
can
it's
win or flop
like
someone.
that.
You got to place it really deep. Is essentially what we learned there.
I mean, they
Sad
did
took
play
out me
internationally. They
killing
played the
you
Esports World Cup.
afterwards.
Why?
So they
how
technically
did you
did.
do that?
I just started hitting him.
I was just standing there while I was doing the outro.
3-2 FlyQuest for me?
Killing
Okay.
me.
Getting jungle cat. But they took that part out for some reason. Either way, Raz.
Look, we may not have seen that, but at least we're going to see actual good players killing each other.
Did they not do their
Show!
prediction? Did they not reveal their predictions? Hold up. Let me go back. They never revealed their predictions, did they? Really? All right, interesting. Fine. What up, Mint? How we doing? Whoever did this intro this year, peak. Give me this over the Guitar One every day. So now EWC counts. I mean, it does count as international play, whether we like it's not Golden Row, but it is international play.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS. We are officially into bracket play on our way towards first stand.
Great to have LCS game to watch.
Best of
Amen to that.
Yesterday, we went to full distance, all 5
Wait, what does
games.
Emily's shirt
I wasn't
say?
here at the studio yesterday, but I had a great
The
time
right
hanging out
says
on Twitch chat
thing,
watching it.
but
I'm
I don't know what the
hoping
left
that
side
our matchup
says.
today will be just as exciting.
Yeah, it was a banger yesterday. I think today might
All
even
right.
top it though. I like how the deck
Let's get
is
it. Come on.
touching on the preference for Scuttle.
Masu has really good potential, I will
because
say.
it has been so
I think
fun, especially like
if
as
I'm
a
talking
juggler
win
with,
conditions for
you know, Blabber
FlyQuest,
and Dominate.
I'm specifically
Perpetrating a
looking
lot
at that
of
bot
this,
lane getting ahead.
conversation around
I want to see
Scuttle Crab
Masu and Cryogen
getting
really
that
start
level
styling
6,
on Sven and Vulcan.
especially if the Scuttle Crab
Because I think
spawns
mid
on the
lane is going to be
bottom
pretty
side
much
of the map.
even.
But
If
you'll
anything, a
notice
little bit
in a lot
APA
of the
favored.
replays that
And I
Jack
think top
did,
lane is
that was
heavily
against Scuttle
C9
Crabs as
favored.
well. So they weren't even
So,
buying the dragon, and they're still sending for them and still
bot
dying
lane
for
is the
them,
one lane that
even
I'm
if it's a
looking
Scuttle
at
Crab,
as
that's not
needing
gonna
to
be
get an
able to
early
buy the dragon
advantage
and
for
give it
this
to you. So
FlyQuest
I'm
squad to
definitely
calm the
excited
nerves
to
a bit
see
and get them
Blabber
into
and
the
Griffin
series.
fight over some crabs, and FlyQuest and Cloud9 to fight over.
All right, Azir and Orianna taken off the table. Talia's still open for C9, their classic first
some
pick.
respect not only for his Ziggs but also his Azir.
Exactly. Double mid lane ban starting it off here for FlyQuest. Over on the other side, the Orianna gets banned away. Her and Azir are
The
often
C9
banned
strat
partners
is
in
going
mid
to be to
lane.
ban
One's gone.
out
Generally, the other one's gonna be
APA,
taken
clearly.
out as well, with Varus and Karma both knocked out here by C9 targeting
One
some
last prediction,
bot
the
lane
last
power
kid
early
picked
on.
Yeah, and I
Said
like the
3-0
combo
C9.
man,
I'm
not
actually gonna
only
start a
because
prediction
I
here in
just
Twitch
think
chat.
Enchanters in general are super, super strong, but also I do
Never mind, the
feel
prediction's
like,
already
despite the
live.
fact that Azale covered a few mistakes from FlyQuest bot lane, on the lounge, I think Masu and
Charm is way
Cryogen
ahead of
have
me.
been really,
All right,
really
Talia
good in those
they
bot 2v2s,
triple banned
especially around some of
APA
things.
I
in
like
game 1.
this Talia
Interesting.
ban, actually, because even though a lot of teams will trade Talia and Rise,
Okay, and Bessa,
APA is
very
so
strong
good
pick for
on
Thanatos.
Talia,
He's been good
and
on
I
it
would say
all year.
Not really near his Talia level on Rise, and so they're taking away that Talia, so they're not going to have to do that trade. And then you get the first pick for Thanatos anyway, so you get Thanatos' Ambessa, big Ambessa carry.
Now, surely, I mean, do you pick your power bot lane here?
Be able to get a favorable matchup.
No, they just go with the Rumble
for himself here. And APA himself, whenever we ask about mid laners, he says Quad.
I'm
is
assuming
the
you pick up
best
your
in the
jungler here.
LCS. He has so much respect for Quad.
I don't think
And
Nocturne
you have
gets
to think
picked without the
a lot of that does
Orianna.
come from lane.
Last time we saw this Ahen coming out for
What the-
Blabber
Jeez,
in the
okay,
jungle.
TikTok
This
Live Studio
time,
disconnected?
We're making the assumption that
Oh, shit.
Griffin is going to be piloting that for FlyQuest.
I just realized
Yeah,
I'm not plugged into the
definitely going to
internet.
be
Hold on.
him. It's funny because, we got the mini Blabber over here.
Yeah.
He's going to be the understudy for his Ahen jungle, which did start to gain a lot of popularity when they buffed up his jungle clear. He's got some extra monster modifiers that were buffed. And the important thing to watch is when you're kiting your camps close together and getting the outer edge of your E-spin for the maximum damage there.
And on the other side, as we see the Cassante locked in, that means that Blabber is going to be taking that Ambessa into the jungle. And we see APA going to the Nico. He's one of the only players in the league that I
The
feel like
benefit of
still
YouTube
brings
is that
out
nobody on
the
YouTube should have been
mid-Nico
affected,
that
but I
is
think
so
Twitch
good
is going to
at
have to
it.
Yeah,
refresh.
it's crazy because when you have a team with Thanatos on it, I'm like, oh man, for sure it's got to be Thanatos carry Ambessa, right? No, it's
Okay.
not. They're giving it to Blabber, which is
Interesting.
Gonna make our jungle matchup even more fun. We got our
Yeah.
our
APA,
two
I think
carries
APA's champion pool is
fighting
bad.
each other, but APA
I
has
agree
gone
with
back
Star.
to
I think I
something
don't
we've
think
already
banning
saw
out
him,
APA's champion
bring
pool
back
is like
out,
the
which is
method
his
to beat them
classic Nico
personally.
mid. Not a lot of other mid laners at all still play it mid, but it plays for jungle carry so well. Emily, if you are playing Ambessa jungle, what do you want as your mid laner? You want an AP threat with lots
That's
of
funny that
CC?
he's going back. I mean,
CC,
the Nico
like, I
could be a
put it
mid
on
laner.
top of someone so quickly, and then on the other side we have the Rise coming out for
Blabber
Quad.
going with
Like,
the
you already
Ambessa
pointed out,
jungle.
talking to a lot of mid laners
Interesting.
in the league, they always talk about how good Quad is at fundamentals, at seeing the map. Rise is, again, I've talked about it as a cheat. If you
Don't
want
forget
to be
this,
better
Nico
at
can
your
be
side
flexed
laning,
mid.
I think
APA has played
Quad
it
is
mid
someone who
a
really
bunch
understands
of
the map
times.
well and locks in that Rise.
Well, FlyQuest are not 100% convinced that that is going to be the
Yep.
trademark APA Nico. They want
Oh,
to
okay, they're
further
saying-
put pressure on the mid lane pool. They'll take out the
Jesus
Cassio, the very
Christ.
common response pick into Rise. Over on the other side, though, targeting the bottom lane some more. Another one of those enchanters you mentioned, Emily, and Nami is
Cassante
out.
jungle? No
And
thanks.
APA does deserve that respect. Everyone always talks about, oh yeah, Quad was a Cassiopeia
Please
main,
5 ban him.
but so
This would
was
be hilarious.
APA
Bard?
in
Okay, no.
solo queue. Cassiopeia,
APA drew
Aurelion
4
Sol,
bans.
these champions as well. So I like the
You
cover
can't
there.
tell
They
me that
cover
he's
both
not him.
bases, and then still also throw the Bard ban. So whether it goes to support
Yeah.
or whether it goes to mid lane, they're
You can't
respecting
tell
both
me that
options.
APA is
Like you
not
talk about
him.
covering both bases. They covered the base of, okay, maybe this Nico isn't going mid, but then also maybe this Nico isn't going bot.
Break out the
With
ace-hole? No, I
Bard
genuinely
ban,
think it's going to be a
and we'll
Nico
see
mid.
what Cloud9
Until
okay,
shown
so
otherwise,
we're
I think it's a
just
Nico
banning
mid.
out all enchanters. We do not want this FlyQuest bot lane to have that kind of super powerful pushing 2v2.
And I definitely agree. Masu has been on.
Let's
an
see, what are you going to
absolute
do bot
tear.
lane? Please
Masu,
don't
I
do the
think, is
Jin
just
shit.
playing exceptionally at the moment.
Which I know people
on
like
this
to pair with the
roster, a lot of
Rumble
people
because it
are looking
locks
at
down
Jin
and is
and
safe
Quad,
from a
of
distance.
course, as,
Like,
the
I do not
members
like the
that
Jin,
are,
especially with
kinda
Ambessa
staying
in the
on
game.
Squad and they're rebuilding around those two carries, and he definitely has been up to the challenge thus far.
Alistar,
so
fine.
Taking away some of those enchanter
Hey,
supports
MK, how
that
we
would
doing?
buff him up and allow him to carry harder. Also, those champions really kind
Here we
of
go.
screw over jungle carry Ambessa. So
Yep.
It feels like a quirky moment
Do a
for
polymorph if you're Ambessa,
for
if
C9.
you're looking at,
I don't know. It
you
just feels like a
Nami
champion they
bubble,
always pick
yeah.
early on.
Definitely don't want that coming in to stop you. Now I'm curious to see what FlyQuest is going to do because as we already mentioned, that Nico can still go
I'm
bot,
getting too
and
good
they
at
are
this shit.
saving that pick for last. So
Support,
we'll see
I have zero.
where
Like, this
things
is
shake
just
out
like
for
the
them.
biggest
Corki,
question.
kind
I have
of the
no
old
clue.
reliable, locked in for Sven down there. Also pretty powerful laner.
Yeah, very versatile, has his own safety with the
Moment
Valkyrie.
of truth.
So any kind of like Alistar lane that you're
Support or
going to
mid?
come up with still should be fine.
Oh,
down there.
okay. They called the bluff.
Okay, and so we do get the Nico support.
No, Galio mid.
revealed here with the Galio lock-in. I guess you can still, if you want,
Interesting.
leave that door open for support Galio.
There's
but
a
I think
possibility.
Yeah.
that door is like a really old door.
Interesting. Okay.
It really took nobody's gone in there in
I
a
don't-
long time.
I feel like they're lacking a little bit of damage personally, unless you send Nico mid.
Nobody's actually
Technically.
walked through it.
Yeah,
in a
there's the
while.
Jhin. I knew it.
Galio and the Nico 1-2
Ugh,
punch is
every
that
time you see the
massive
Rumble, it seems like
AoE,
FlyQuest pairs up the
hard
Jhin with it, so they can
CC
lock
engage
down, lock
that
people
C9 are
down
going to
on
be looking
the.
for when they start these
on the
fights
thing.
off over on
Alright.
the other side for FlyQuest.
Draft-wise,
Pick of their draft will
Despite
be Jhin
lacking
from
damage on C9 side, in my opinion, I still well, okay, not damage, lacking magic damage. I think C9's draft is just simply better. I want to see FlyQuest perform well on this, but this just feels like a, I don't know. This feels like the Jhin lacks damage. You gotta go late if you're FlyQuest, in my opinion.
Set up potential for the main damage.
I don't.
So that's going to be really interesting. To see how
I
that
think this
plays
one
out.
handedly
Yeah,
goes
it's
to
fun.
C9.
You know, previous to this, you know, Griffin had played the carry jungle.
Real
and
quick,
that's
Hawk
what
is the
FlyQuest
dog.
to
Jazz One
success.
Play
They
TV.
won that game. Blabber had
The
played
Hentai
the
Man,
Zen jungle
Thinking
as well
Pasta,
to success for
and
Cloud9,
French
so
Boy
we're
1.
kinda
Thank you all for the follow.
switching,
All right, let's get into
champions
game one,
here
baby.
and
Let's
see
go.
who's
Come on.
gonna be able to get the better.
Also, in talking about these two mids and the way they
Game
work
one
with their
time.
junglers, I'm still so happy to see how well APA and Blabber have worked out so far. That was like my big.
I mean, it's
guess
not that
even hot
Jhin.
take, but going into
Hey,
the
John,
season,
thank
I
you for
was
looking.
like,
It's not that
APA
Jhin
could
doesn't
be
fit into
such
the
a good
meta.
setup
I can
mid
see
laner
how
for
and where it
Blabber just
does.
based on the way he
But
sees
it's
the
like,
map. And here we see
my
again
problem
with
with
kind
it
of
is
that
I just feel like
Galio
it
to
always lacks
accompany
damage every
the
time I see it.
Ambessa. On the other side, you have the Rise for the Zehen.
Exactly. You know, it's good in the 2v2 because you can always get pressure, you know, go in with a Justice Punch, get your taunt off, and try and put pressure that way. But it's also very good for team fighting.
that.
And Bessa ult with
Making sure
Galio
everything's
ult
fine
on
on.
top of you, you can go as deep
Oh,
as
another
you
pause
want and
early
still
on.
have that
Awesome.
extra security.
Love it.
All right, we're in a pause. I don't know why, but I did
Love
want to
it.
call out the chat already with APA for mid bans, no mercy.
He
I
knows he's
I
got
just
that
think banning
target
out
on his
APA is
back.
a
We'll let you all know
flawed.
once we figure out the investigation, the reason here
Alright.
behind our pause. Hopefully it's
Let's
nice
pull
and
this
snappy
up.
and we can get onto the river because I'm so excited. Kobe, I know that you share my excitement for fun,
All those
exciting
notifications
junglers.
coming
I
through
think
real
when we
quick.
get to open up
All
with
right, let
Zehen
me.
versus
What was I gonna pull
Ambessa,
up?
it gives us a lot
Oh,
of
I was gonna pull up the
opportunities
prediction. I wanted to see
some
how
aggressive
how it
play.
went.
And you
So
can
predictions
guarantee
went
that they're gonna
68%
fight over that
C9
level
with
6 Skullcraft.
10.4k
Exactly.
channel points bet on them. 4.9k
Yeah,
channel
me-
points
me and
put
Kobe are just
onto
counting down to
FlyQuest.
the inevitable crab fight.
Goddamn
between
ads.
these
Yeah,
two,
that's Twitch
so
for you. But if you have a
It's
Prime
fine.
sub,
forward to that.
It's funny because
you could use it and you won't experience
the,
ads on Twitch. Or
third
my
crab
thing
on
I
the
would
map,
recommend,
which is
go to
the-
YouTube.
the
Ads are
level
a
6
lot
one.
better, in my opinion, the
When
viewer
that
experience
crab
on,
in Griffin's Ambessa
on
jungle
YouTube is
game,
just better.
He got the crab to get the level 6 for Ambessa, which is
Personally,
amazing, right?
I've
That is
always
such a
thought that.
powerful tool. But then his Ambessa ult got sidestepped in the 2v2. They were there in an even 2-on-2. Got the crab.
Man
got
Newton
his
said
level
3-0-C9. If they're scared of
but
APA,
his ultimate
they
got
have
juked
no
by,
chance.
by
I
the
disagree.
Yone,
I think you have
by
valid
the
reasons to
opposing
be
Yone.
worried about APA
And
because
so
he's
they
legitimately
actually
good
didn't
and people
even
just
win the
sleep on him.
The
it
crab
is-
sacrifice was for naught.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
So the
I know a
legends
lot of
of
people
the
won't
power
agree,
of the crab
but
sometimes
personally, I
are
think APA is due his
overestimated.
flowers.
We actually dug into some of the stats. Oh, go ahead, Flyers. You have an update?
You
yeah.
two for the
I'm just
win.
gonna give everybody the
Hey.
quick update. Looks like there is an audio issue potentially here
the
for
audio issue
Thanatos.
from
That is what
yesterday.
league officials are investigating. We don't have a conclusion as to exactly what's going on here just yet.
Yep.
But that's what you can see them messing with his
Yep,
computer
yep,
to make
yep.
sure that everything's good to go there for the audio.
I was gonna
Luckily,
say,
we have a way
we
to
did
just hang out and
delve
chill.
into some
besides
crab
this.
stats,
Did anybody do
and
anything
stuff
fun for
later.
Valentine's Day?
I'll
While we're
just-
waiting?
I'll just
You'll
spoil-
tease
I know we
them.
talked about it
Yeah.
for those of us that were here
Yeah.
yesterday, but I imagine many more people were here today that were not able to be here yesterday due to Valentine's Day. Anybody do anything fun?
Because that has been the thing that, you know, Blabber and Dom.
For
and
me
basically
personally, Emily
everybody
came back
has
at
been,
11.
you know,
Again,
happy
she
and-
rolled her
and
ankle,
talking
so,
about. It has been
the thing I
super
was going to
fun,
go out
but it's
to,
below
that
50%
was
win rate.
much
I was
earlier
gonna
in
say
the
the
night than I
answer
thought,
rate
so by the
is
time I
maybe
got done
surprised
editing
people.
stuff,
Even
was
when you
not
get it.
able to make it.
There we go.
Mardi
dive.
Gras because the
Crab
girlfriend is
dance.
That's
out of
what
the
the
country
data says.
scuba diving. Oh, where's she
Numbers
scuba
don't lie.
diving at? That's fun.
But we're all still
But
looking
Mardi
forward
Gras is
to
even
it, and
more
nobody
fun.
tell
Have you
them,
gotten your
right?
beads yet?
So that
Yeah, exactly.
we can still get our guaranteed action.
No, my
I feel
Valentine's
we're
thing
just
is today.
undercutting
Nice.
The jungle
I bought me
narrative
and my
that
partner
you and
Cardi B
I
tickets.
are
Hey, there we
buying
go.
into. We're like, no, yes.
There we
fight
go.
Over Scuttle Crab.
Hope you enjoy.
Please.
That's going to be a whole lot of ass for you guys to
Okay,
handle.
So we'll see if we
Whole
get any
lot
more,
of it. Have
updates
fun.
Here, but Cloud9 versus FlyQuest. This is also super
Watch
exciting
movies
because
with Shorty Nice and
even
comfy.
though in
There
the
you go.
previous
15
series,
hours
you
of
know,
ARAM
Cloud9,
mayhem.
they
We
won
respect
game
it.
number 1 of that series and game number 3 fairly
Katsushi
handily.
and Book of Mormon
FlyQuest,
for the
it
first
did
time in
seem
LA.
like
How do you
they
enjoy
took
that
a
one? Book
lot,
of Mormon's one of my
away
favorites
from
on
the
Broadway.
series, you know, especially afterwards they're memeing on
It's
the
incredible.
ward spot and
Yeah.
Wow.
how
Oh,
especially game number
nice.
3 just got out
10
of
takeaway which
control
came in clutch for
because
the
of
rain
the
and saw disco
difference there,
lines.
and Irvin,
Nice.
because he hadn't seen him, over the war, then he assumed that
YouTube
Blabber had
chat
flashed
is
over
the
wall to get in
degenerates.
there in the
I am
first place and
home.
wouldn't have
There
flashed
we
for the
go.
ensuing fight, and then they all kind of really
That's what I'm talking
snowballed
about.
off this information trail from the
I'll give you my
wards.
top 3 musicals right now
as
on Broadway.
well as
Personally,
some
just finished
of
my.
the
Wait, hold up,
skirmishes,
pause.
especially
Boom in
game
TikTok
number
chat
1
said,
that led
just
to
finished
the
my
Cloud9
home
snowball.
golf
So
simulator.
I
Played
really
3
am
rounds
hoping
so
that we
far.
get
Bro, the
a,
things
like,
I
full
would do
5-game
for a home
series
golf
or see
simulator
what
right now.
FlyQuest have
Oh.
put their time
But my
into
thing is because I'm so
practicing
tall, I
to
need
go
an
back
elevated
up against
ceiling.
C9.
Like you
I
need to
also
raise the
think,
roof of it because
like,
9
shout
times
out
out
to
of
this
10, like the
FlyQuest roster,
simulators
'cause I know
that.
they
Let me turn this
themselves
down a
have
little
said,
bit.
like, we're kind of surprised. at
The
how
simulator
well it
setups
came
that you
together.
see
And I think
always
one
have
of
like a
the
lower
really
ceiling
cool
for whatever
things
reason,
about
and I
this
know it's because of
roster,
like
to
the
your point,
projector
Cody,
and needing to
is
have it at like a
how
certain
they
height.
have
But like
taken
when I
every
take a
single
drive,
game,
like
every
when
single
I'm
thing that happens in game as a huge learning experience. I know going into this setup, Jat pointed out on the lounge.
when I'm taking a
where,
driver all the way up, like that
the
shit's hitting the
gold
ceiling.
graphs for when they
Like
lose
without a
end
doubt
up
hitting the
kind of
ceiling.
spiraling
You
out
just
of
now
control
notice the dog.
very
Yep,
quickly, and
Coco's
a lot of the
asleep on
time
my
that's
lap.
because they are still trying to make
I built it in my
plays
garage
in
so you can
disadvantageous
right hand or
situations.
left hand.
And I just feel
You
like
know,
you
I
learn so
appreciate
much
that
more,
as
about the game that way. So I've just really
as a lefty,
loved,
which
just
by the
watching
way,
them
that's
because
how
they're
far
just a
away you
super
guys are
fun
from the
team to
camera.
watch,
Like
but
putting that
B,
right up
all of
against
their
it,
approach to the
coming all the
game
way
as a
back.
team.
And also,
And this
that was
driver's
pretty low
extended
sample
to,
size. Both of those
I believe an inch.
spiraling, like really drop
So.
off ones were at the hands of
Gotta be
Cloud9.
careful
That
so
was
I
the
don't
Sure.
Cloud9
knock that
series,
back,
game 1
but-
and game 3.
Yep.
So it was the same team doing it to them in the same series.
Oh, I got some gap there. That's not
and,
bad.
It's the same team here. So Flowers.
Me too. That's why I built it.
Okay,
Nice.
so the most recent update that I've got about our pause is there
Papa
was
Smithy
indeed
said, I have to
confirmed an audio
minimize
issue.
chat when I watch our
Unfortunately,
games or I
computer,
mental
they are
boom.
resetting
I'm
some
afraid.
settings,
Enjoy the
getting
series.
everything
Hey,
rebooted, trying to
I
get
don't
back
blame you. I'm
ready
the
to go
exact
here.
same way.
Hopefully, it's sounding like
I mean,
it's
I
not
never
going to
watch
be
it
too
with
much
chat.
longer, and we
That's
can
just
get
me.
back onto the riff.
But
I like we have some bot lane chat.
Good luck, Papa. Hoping for the
we have
best.
some great chat.
Vulcan
Those
talking
Luke
about
Giga
the
hype,
matchup.
100%
Like,
agree.
Oh yeah, All-Star's a really good
lefty,
pick
let's
in
go.
the
I swing
get-go.
lefty.
If
I'm
you
right-handed.
like the
Same.
turn,
I'm right-handed in everything except for stick sports. So golf,
kind of
hockey,
alluding to the
lacrosse,
fact they're gonna
baseball,
have to up
anything
their
that you
turret
swing with a stick,
because
I'm like it's
Nico
right-hand
lane
dominant.
phase is gonna
So
be oppressive. And
Just a little bit
that's
stronger
where-
now.
Yeah.
Star lane
Where I
phase.
go.
Yeah.
And Moss is like, yeah, you know what? Actually, the turret does.
let me show you my
look pretty
prize
good
possession
today.
of the
Yeah,
golf
it's looking
bag.
pretty cozy under there. Lots of shade, nice
Yeah.
breeze.
Alistar is not a champion level.
Okay, so my thing,
It is
for
funny
those of you
'cause
that
the
don't know, this
animation
is a
still
putter.
makes you think, like, oh,
My putter cover is a fantastic course down in North Carolina called Tobacco Road.
No.
Mike Strand's design, which
Not
is
intimidated, Emily?
he
No.
just
You
makes
have
some
a
really
small
really
character
fun
model,
golf
but you
courses
are-
for
you
Boom
are
and
intimidated.
TikTok chat.
actually,
I would
ironically,
highly
there are people
recommend
who tell
playing
me I'm
Tobacco Road or
intimidating
True
in
Blue on
the,
your simulator if you have it.
like when I was a journalist and
But
press rooms, and
the-
I was like, good lord, how?
Oh my God,
It's
they're all
not
chatting.
just about your stature,
But one of the
it's
things
your
that I wanted in high
attitude.
school that I was never able to get, and I asked for I asked it for Christmas for
Yeah,
many years, but it was always too
we're
expensive, was
continuing
a Scotty
chatting,
Cameron
by
putter,
the way. The chat,
which for
I'm
lefties
surprised,
is
just
impossible to
because
get
everyone always
used. You pretty much
says they
always
need
have to buy it new.
APA, but it's very
So one
apparent
of the
that
things
Mossy
that
has
I
not.
was very determined on whenever I went to college
Because
was
he's
go to a school
constantly,
that was partnered with
chatting back.
Titleist, so I could could get myself a Scotty Cameron putter
Why can't
for
Griffin
cheap.
make eye contact with
And
me?
the first time that I went out to putt with it and test it out, my freshman year, I saved up 100. These are normally $500, but we got them for 125.
Keep us entertained.
Saved up my
How are
work
you
study
guys
money.
allowed to talk?
Went to go test it out. I was like, it's finally time. I hope I putt well with it. The
They're making
the
up
first
fake
round that I
flowers.
play,
Flowers.
practice round at our home course in college, I one putt 7 of 9 holes and make putts from 5 feet to 70 feet like it's nothing. I walked back in, went to my teaching pro, handed him $125 plus the shipping cost, and ordered myself a. Where's it at? Yep, there it is. A Scotty Cameron Select Newport 2. Titleist black, 15-gram weights on both sides. And this has been my putter since 2012. So for now, 14 years, this has been my putter of choice, and this will be my putter until the day that I die. It is my favorite club in the entire bag. Even when I'm playing bad, I know some people are like, oh, I'm in Atlanta, so Tobacco Road is on the list this year. Nice. We got to play pretty much every course in North Carolina that we wanted for free, so long as we walked, as part of being PGA. So I've played almost every course in North Carolina, with the exception of Pinehurst number 2. Just never found the time to get on there.
We're studying.
But
I was gonna
yeah,
say, at home,
I don't know. I love this club. Eventually, I might need to get the grip changed as it eventually wears out. But for now, the grip is fine. But like, I know a lot of people, like, whenever they struggle with putting, they're like, oh, I just hit my ear real bad. Oh, you know, my my putter's the problem. And it's like, no, it's not the putter, it's the problem, it's me. I will fix it. I don't care. Like, it's all mental. And I just freaking love I love my Scotty Cameron with a passion. Like, this is my favorite club in the bag.
I like that.
It was a good time.
This is my driver. But golf talk while we're they're still dealing with audio issues. A lot of people, when they putt, like, I do interlocked fingers whenever I'm like actually swinging, but when I putt, one of the things I do to eliminate like my hands rolling over and wrists like that is I take the pointer finger of my dominant hand and right, since I'm putting right and you want to kind of keep that palm flat, I keep that pointer finger down and it keeps me flat the entire way through and allows me to just get back and forth without breaking the wrist in any way, shape, or form. Anyways, I'm getting really technical with golf stuff right now. Need to stop before we really get into the weeds a bit. Otherwise, y'all will think I'm chat.
I metagamed them so hard. Yeah. Raz realized the error of his ways.
Ah, nice. Holy shit. Wait, have I played Grandfather Country Club? No, I've not played Grandfather.
Camera real quick so you guys can see what's happening, and then we can go back to watching Thanatos look depressed at his screen.
My man playing college golf for Yep. Hey, Camsy Pants, how we doing? Sorry, catching up on chat.
This is Zeke.
Welcome to Golf Talk with David, presented by Titleist. Bro, the things I would do for a Titleist sponsorship, you have no idea. My irons are from 2014. They're 714s. To buy a new set of T100s from Titleist would be close to like $1,500. I wish.
Oh no.
Oh god, I've lost track.
Impact.
You have an iPhone?
Impact 2015.
Wait, I live in Augusta and I've been around the Masters over 10 times as a worker and was there in my early 20s, locals every year working set. Nice.
Because they had to speed to
My one of my family friends,
well, that doesn't help. I have an SE.
he bought a TrackMan
I am the iPhone person.
6 years ago and learned how to use it decently well and like was willing to go to like different ranges and stuff. He met somebody that worked down at Augusta and they basically said, why don't you come and do it for the Masters? We're looking, like, our guy that was on one of the holes decided to retire, and they were like, he was like, yeah, so why not? So he went down, and now every year for the last 5 years, or 4 years, I think 4 years now, he's been doing the TrackMan behind, I believe, 11 down at Augusta. So we get free practice round tickets whenever we want to go down. I have yet to make it down there because it's always during our quarter close in April. But I want to one of these times.
Yeah.
Are we talking about retiring as a player or retiring as a coach?
Retiring as a player.
Well, he coached and then played after.
He coached and then played after.
So his,
But
his 100 Thieves time.
Glad to see you're not a... Oh, God, no. I've been against belly putters the entire time.
It wasn't long ago.
Sven swapped back to 80
Too short for it. Nice.
That's got to be more.
All right, let's do some of the trivia on screen. I've been talking a lot about golf, and I know it's going to isolate a lot of people. So.
Whoa. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Azael bounces back.
Thank God. Thank God.
All right, here we go.
Thank God.
Bjergsen retired April 7th, 2023. Sven switched back to 80 carry summer of 2024. So
I'm not an iPhone guy.
Am I going to world? I'm going to be whatever people want to do. I'm down.
In the chat is in the same boat of thinking
but finals, I will be.
Yeah, if you guys like this idea, the full version is going to be on LCS socials. Make sure that you guys are following. I don't know which camera to look at. This is new to me. But yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Best year was when I got to do Media Runner and I just got to ride around and go. That's awesome.
I'm clapping for myself.
Oh no, trivia's already done. Never mind.
One person in the chat was like, Raz would have an iPhone.
Do SD cards in photo. Nice.
Oh.
The one thing that I always hated with the golf industry, and this is going to be a very unique skill that not many people are going to be able to relate to, we had to learn to do calligraphy.
Anytime I go to Europe,
And if you've ever seen like nice calligraphy, golf tournament, calligraphy. Let me put this on screen. This is calligraphy. If I put this in here, is the golf is very like keen on doing like handwritten scorecards or like handwritten things like this. You have to learn to write like this, which takes a very specific style of writing. And dude, I sucked at it. Like I had to. Is that what cursive is? No, it's different from cursive. I learned how to write cursive in 2nd grade and still can do that. But I know like the current generation obviously hasn't learned how to do that. No, cursive is like a whole. Oh, hey, we're back. Hold up.
International events.
All right, we're back.
Never
We'll
heard
pause
about
all the
that.
golf
Like,
stuff
growing
until
up in
there.
Cornfield, that doesn't exist. Like,
So-
that's
St. Rose
not
Oven
real.
album.
Yeah,
Nice.
I do
No
use
shit.
WhatsApp to talk to friends from other countries
Okay.
just because it's like, you know, the thing that they
Shout
use.
out to those that
Also,
use WhatsApp.
Jet is a total Apple shill. Like,
Yeah, what?
just
I
pushing
don't
the
know
Apple
about this.
propaganda, like that is crazy.
Cursive is easier than
Trying to-
calligraphy?
you're
Oh,
trying
by
to
a
make
mile.
people
It's
feel
not
the
even close.
FOMO that is this totally convoluted. Like, oh, you're not into blue text.
Yeah.
you gotta buy an Apple phone. Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
They got him hook, line, and sinker.
know.
He is
Okay.
in deep.
I will say,
So
regardless
this bot
of what
lane-
messaging app I have, despite the fact that I have
The
a
sole goal
pretty
of
good
them is to
relationship
just
with
go
my parents
even.
now, I don't talk to them as often as I should.
Well,
Well,
thankfully
you
the
should tell
game
them
is
to tune into this game now.
If the
We're
Jin
finally back
and
live
Alistar
on the
go
rip. Let's
even,
see
then
what we get
we
here.
win.
I'm so glad the audio issues are fixed. Both of our junglers are starting on the top side of the map, pathing towards that bottom part. And you know what that means? It's more likely that we get a crab fight since they're both going to be in the same place.
Okay.
We love the crab fight.
Masters
We love
food is made so
junglers
low.
just
Oh,
visiting
dude, I
bot.
know.
We've talked about
Don't
how
even get me
important
started on
these
the
bot
Masters,
2v2s are as we
Masters
see the lane kind of going as expected here. The turret hugging has
Pimento
begun.
cheese
And
sandwich.
I would actually
Oh.
guess because you know the first scuttle crabs are mirrored. We're not going to get a fight over them. If
This
your bot
Galio
lane is
skid
getting
might-
pushed
I
in,
agree
then
with
usually
you.
you
It might
just
be
go
one
to
of
the
the
top
best that
crab
we've seen.
instead. And
Yeah, but I want to dream.
Yeah, you gotta wait for that third one, buddy. Don't worry. We're gonna we'll put a timer up there. We'll get the
Here we go.
the third one.
Kobe and I have it covered.
Okay, I'm going to trust you guys.
Trust us.
Bot lane wise,
More our graphics
6
team
CS
has it
lead
Bot lane,
for
though, gonna
Sven
get
and
pushed in.
Vulcan
Top
to
side
be
as
expected
well.
whenever you have a
Thanatos
Nico
on
Corky
Cassante
lane.
getting the early shove onto the Rumble, giving
Nice, good combination
two
there.
pushing lanes here for Cloud9 on both
Mid
sides.
lane, Quad
of
getting
the
a little
map.
bit ahead.
And
Griffin,
we'll see what Blabber
slightly
does.
behind,
assuming
but fine.
He's going to go just right over to the bottom. Scuttle Crab, though, should be able to grab his first, and then assuming that
Gakko's
Griffin,
3 behind as well.
is going to go the other side. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, APA is taking a decent amount of damage here on Galio. You have to trade your health for CS, but Quad is doing a very good job. Nice, healthy CS lead for himself.
Oh, wouldn't it be
taking a
funny if
lot
Blabber
of,
stole that?
Opportunities to harass the Galio as
Here we
well.
go. We got a crab fight.
Here we
Fight's
go.
actually happening.
Here it
I
is.
told you, Kobe, you just have to believe. Okay, Griffin's going to start this fight off here a little bit, but it's Blabber.
Okay.
A much faster burst at the very start. They want to try to get in there as Griffin's going to be taken down to 200 HP. Blabber
Oh my
stays
God, we
alive.
really
First
fought-
blood
we
over to
really
APA, and
inted
Crygen now has to
again.
try to escape.
Oh my God.
C9. Blabber and the Crabbers get
Bro,
their job
why?
done.
Why
Yeah,
is
and
it
he had
always
his team
such a
there to back
bloody
him up. Clutch
crab fight
Nico
with this
route
squad?
coming
I
out of
don't
Vulcan
get it.
there as well. Blabber secures the crab. He's now headed up topside to grab that other crab. he thus far is winning the crab wars,
Jesus
Kobe.
Christ.
It's really unfortunate for Griffin too, because if you lose the first two, you're already going to be significantly behind in experience. You know, even before the third one comes.
Like,
so it is looking very good.
Jin
for
never
Cloud9
rotated.
in a world that revolves around crabs. Really though, jumping on the fight and just
Jin
bursting
should have
Griffin
rotated
down,
up, in my opinion.
was the very big deal here. You know, Vulcan was talking a lot of chat early on before the game even started during the pause.
This is
you know,
insane
about
that
the prowess
somehow
there of
like
Nico,
C9
but
crabs can be a
definitely
thing
huge influence
all
there.
the time. We know it's
APA
coming, and
Vulcan
it still
collapsing,
happens.
and both
Like, I don't-
flashes for both mid
how?
laners used to get there quick enough.
Yeah, and we'll see if the junglers want to take advantage of that as APA kind of puts on a little
Record when
harass.
getting double scuttle.
Here
is
we
4
go.
and 2.
Record when getting double
Interesting.
scuttle. 4-2 for LCS lock-in teams.
Yeah, double scuttle is looking good. That is, remember the stats
All right,
for
bot
just
lane,
getting
how
the
we doing?
third
Bot
grab was
lane,
only
oh
like a
god, we're down.
42%,
We're down
win rate.
15 CS,
Just
and we're
the
gonna
little
get
data
poked
that
here.
we do have so far, but double scuttle, that's huge.
Okay.
Okay, Cryogen and Masu trying to fight their way back out from underneath the shadow of the tier 1 turret where they've been trapped this entire time, but Sven and Vulcan still just fine right now. Cryogen low enough on HP.
Not great
The
that
Alistar
Corky's ahead
doesn't
early,
really
but
want to
fine.
continue trying to walk up
Jungler-
and take
or
damage.
jungle's
Sven's going to
the
go ahead and
bigger
go for the
problem at the
recall
moment.
angle here, return to base, make his purchases, lock in a little bit of extra damage there with the long swords, and Masu and Cryogen will be happy to not have that
APA
Corki in their
getting
face,
pretty
even if it's only for one quick
demonstrably
recall.
far ahead right
Yeah,
now.
it's a quick reprieve as we see Gakkos clearing out the
Good clear from
wave
Gakkos.
with Equalizer.
That's pretty
so
nice.
he is going to have his back, and Vulcan just continuing to kind of poke at that Alistar.
Also, it actually is a good thing for APA to get the kill credit, by the way, because Galio, even if you're looking at from Embesa's,
Galio, if
perspective,
it gets ahead,
Galio
is
gets
just
the early
stupidly
money, then
strong.
Galio is getting early bombing sender, which is
Sup,
going to go
city
into
girl.
an early hollow radiance, which means your mid laner is going to have no problem, pushing waves
Trying to remember,
and
is that
dealing
you,
with the
Sophie?
minions, and will be able to join you
You always
on
answer
all
hi, hi,
of
too.
your
I feel like
plays
that's
in the
you.
future as well. So APA
No,
kind of
come
being
on.
funded into his Dark Seal plus his health
Come
potion,
on.
his refillable health potion, and the wave clear from your bombies is like a really, really
Selfie,
good
how was
early
North
state for
Carolina?
Galio. And then once you get Hollow Radiance as well, those minion waves just
Ugh.
explode in front of you.
Well.
Unfortunately, we do have another pause.
Well,
and
let's
we will have to
let's
wait.
go back to the
I'm
setup,
gonna say
'cause why
this
not?
dragon, though,
Why not?
100% goes to Cloud9.
Why was there
Is-
snow on the
is
beach?
anyone
So fun fact, my friend still,
No,
well, I mean, most of my friends
I
from
think,
college
again, this is
still live
just
down there.
a showcase of, we saw
And
the
he
crowd fight, one of
texted
the
me-
reasons why Blabber was so confident is
Hang on,
not
what'd
only
he say?
the matchup, but
He
also
said,
just the fact that they've had pushing bot side this entire
He said
time.
beach got hammered. He
Once
was in
again,
New
you see
Bern,
what
North
that
Carolina.
box
They
of
saw
cryo
2
gives you,
feet of snow.
Blabber able to go in onto this pretty early Drake
Like,
take,
what in the world?
for them to start that potential Drake stacking. The
Talk
Corki
about
Gatling
golf
gun
again.
is
I'm trying not to alienate a bunch of people who are, coming in and trying to enjoy League of Legends and then hear me yap
Hopefully
about
it doesn't-
golf
if we
for
don't get the spectator thing,
an
where it just
extended period
continues
of
the
time.
whole game.
I was going to say, that's the most
that's-
unlucky pause timing is with
Yeah.
Corky's stupid Gatling gun.
That's why I didn't want to mention
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. I might have cursed us.
Don't bring that
Went on my
evil
family
into
vacay
the
war.
world.
Say
Long sleeves.
the
Nice.
worst one I ever heard was in LPL with Pool Party Lulu. When
I
was
mean,
listening, I think
if
I
it
was
was
in, like,
anything,
season
well, okay,
5
well,
or
yeah,
season
we're an
6,
official LCS co-stream. I
and there was
cannot
an
be
entire game
making
where I was just
comments
watching it,
like
and I
that.
couldn't believe
Which
the
team am I
cast
rooting for in the
was
LCS? I have not
because
picked yet, but in
all
today's
I
series,
heard
we
was
are
the
clearly
bubble,
rooting for
like, the
FlyQuest.
from the Pool Party Lulu.
Favorite
over
ADC to
and
play?
over again from a pause through the entire game.
So speaking of pauses, update on this one. As you can see, League officials are working on Gakkos' computer this time. We have been informed that his in-game audio just completely fell out.
That's my answer.
Top laners and audio issues
Yeah.
today.
This boy right here is my answer.
Hopefully this one will resolve.
Not
itself
sponsored by
out. We won't
Display,
have to look
but
at the evil
they are
screen of
pretty
doom
nice.
that looks like the
I
computer
just
is
don't
crashing.
have. I need to get another one of
Yeah, that one was pretty
another one of these.
formidable.
What's the backstory on Varus?
Top laners all
Are we
very
talking
isolated.
in-game?
They need to at least hear game sounds. you
Like
know?
heated
Like,
rivalry
they're gonna go
in-game, or are
crazy
we
if they
talking
don't hear
like
game sounds. They're
like
they're not
backstory
gonna
of me
have
playing
any
it?
interaction. No one's talking to them. There's, especially if you're playing Cassante up there.
No, for why I like him the most.
Like, hello?
So I started
They're
playing
playing-
Here?
Smite was my first MOBA. Actually, I was a Call of Duty guy for a much longer period of time than I was a League of Legends guy. Like, I've been playing Call of Duty since 20
Have you,
or
did you ever have
2006
to read? I had to read this
or
story in
2007.
7th grade.
So it's been almost
This
20
is
years now
wrong.
me playing COD.
I
And
believe a Kurt
friend of mine
Vonnegut
said, "Hey,
story
let's check
called
out Smite."
Harrison
This is back in like
Bergeron.
2013-ish,
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to say.
totally.
It just came out in beta for Xbox.
Basically,
And
the way they distract
tried a few
people
champions.
is
The
by,
fir-
like,
the or,
inserting
well, in that case,
sounds into their
gods.
head or, like,
First one
giving
I played
them,
was
like,
Cupid.
potential-
Thoroughly enjoyed Cupid,
Anyway,
but then I
never
started
mind,
playing
no one cares.
Rama, and really enjoyed the way Rama played, the way he moved, the way he
It's
flowed,
purposely sent to drive us
um,
crazy. Although now I no longer do it,
and
so they must have
that
cut
just
it.
became my main there.
Thank you.
Climbed all the way up to
much.
Diamond in
Your
Smite.
brain is
and then
kind of programmed
wanted to
if
kinda-
there's something that is constant,
Wanted to kind of try something else
but
on her.
is
I
not
could never
meaningful,
get the
then
timing of his
you'll
spear,
eventually,
like pushing
filter
back
it out,
onto the
you know?
pillar.
So you'll start,
I could just
Yeah.
never get it down
unless someone,
for whatever
like
reason.
Emily brings it up over and over.
I am
So,
sorry.
whenever I came over to League of Legends, I was like, okay, I want to play a marksman. Like, I obviously have a basic understanding of MOBAs.
The Emily Corky Gatling.
How we doing, Brookie?
I'm now going to subconsciously associate Corky's Gatling gun with Emily for like the rest of my
Shy is here. Yep. But anyway, so no. Oh, we're back in game. Hold up. Hey, there we go. But no, so whenever I came over, I wanted a champion that looked and felt like Rama. So I played Varus, and that was it.
Of what I would assume is no one. And
Here we go.
there's our scuttle crab. This is our third crab.
Yeah, the crab, and they're just making a beeline for it right now. So it's gotta be Blabbers because he got the previous two
God,
crabs.
He's gonna get it again.
So unfortunately, we're not gonna get a battle over this scuttle crab.
Yeah.
But
So
as you can
1,000
see,
early
we
gold
still
lead.
gotta use these. Our graphics
Yeah,
team
our
made some
graphics
beautiful.
From C9.
Absolutely smurf this.
Not
when me
good.
and Kobe wanted this request. So thank you, LCS graphics team. You guys are amazing.
Ooh, flash in the bottom lane. Cryogen and Masu looking to make their move on Sven.
Close.
The Corky escapes.
Not a kill, though.
200 HP remaining. Did not have to spend his flash, but now the barrier's down.
Yeah, barriers down, and
That should be
FlyQuest
some gold, though.
Should
Should be able to get that plate. Yep,
push
there it
this
is.
Wave in, get some turret gold for themselves.
Ghost.
We're not done yet.
Ooh,
Sven's about
good
to die.
flash.
Cryogen goes in for the dive, needs to stun him up here, get that trample. Sven still escaping
Nice.
for now, but
Good kill.
Cryogen just knocks that Corky over. Vengeance for having to listen to
There
the
we go.
Gatling gun.
Okay. How old am I? 31.
Not happy about that pause. They're gonna get more than turret
31.
plate money too. The dive.
There we go.
I
It's what
like
you
that
needed in
dive.
bot
Really
lane.
nicely done.
Shoulda went
And
to
we kinda
Masu, but
set
that's
it up
fine.
As
Better than nothing.
How well Masu has been playing for FlyQuest. He's doing heavy carrying. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Last hit had to go to Cryogen, but you take that any day. You know, actually securing
Alistar
the kill
kills are
and getting
honestly
it
some of
on
my
the
favorites.
dive.
I want to see an
So
Alistar
that's
Penta in the LCS, even though I know
very,
it'll
very
never
big
happen.
stuff for this bottom lane. I also immediately pulled up chat because I wanted to see if Masu and Cryogen were gonna say anything back to Sven after
Great
the early
combo.
stages, but
Great
they
combo
decided,
from Cryogen
maybe they
and
did go on
Masu
mute,
there.
and they're gonna take the more conservative route. But here's another look at it. We saw it start up, and then getting your fourth shot, he goes grenade into fourth shot, gets the burst, and he's like, Cryogen, you can.
I mean,
finish
Sven
the
probably
job."
could have
He's got
flashed
his
out
trample,
earlier, but
boom, gets the empowered auto attack to finish it off and secure the kill.
And really nice recognition of when they can go in. Cryogen has talked so much about how much he respects Masu kind of in this lane, what he's brought, how aggressive they've been. He
Okay.
kind of credits to Masu,
Clearing
and now
out
Griffin's
vision.
here.
Yeah,
Griffin's
and,
level 7,
and Cryogen
and
as
Bessa
well,
is
such
level
a young
8.
player. You know,
Not great.
so much ahead of him. You have to think. And
Yeah.
going for his flash there. Now he's going to have Hex Flash for Alistar, still very
I love that
useful.
Zehen is camping
And
bot side,
approaching his level
knowing
6.
that ADC Flash
so we'll
is down.
see about the fight over vision on bottom side. Control wards still stand here. Nice defensive control wards for FlyQuest.
Still a Yomu
just in
start
the upper
for
Phaelites in their Tri-Brush,
Masu, which
so
I'm never
they
the
feel
biggest fan
pretty
of, but it is
secure
what it
about
is.
that one, and Griffin just gets to go for his reset.
I get it.
Blabber, however, still is going to have his jungle
CS-wise,
lead, so
Masu has
Blabber
caught
and
up.
Bessa
Mid lane is about
will retain
even.
the
Top
early
side,
CS lead
Gakkos
from
has
those
fallen a
extra
little bit
crabs, and
behind.
We'll take a look at the top side of the map.
Oh, flooding him
No,
towards him
bottom
is an
side's already
interesting
got
choice.
Another fight as they want to try to turn things around here with a Pop
Yeah,
Blossom,
no,
and
not great.
Cryogen falls critically, not level 6 yet on that Alistar, so there's no
Didn't know that
unbreakable
Mbessa
will.
was
They take their
there.
opportunity,
Tragic.
They seize the chance, they knock him down.
Yeah, really nice recognition. After
But
Griffin
it gives
has
Griffin
back,
free,
they stuck around.
free
I thought they
prio
were just
on
going to stop the
Void
backs,
Grubs.
but no, they went fully in, and like you already pointed out,
Hey, you got a scuttle.
Since Alistar is still at level 5 for Cryogen, he cannot pop that unbreakable will to keep himself alive.
And Griffin, while I was looking at the mini-map, he had already been kind of going over to the grubs.
Okay, he
and
just
so
got
immediately
one.
takes one
Fine.
of them and the Scuttle Crab up there, but gets out immediately because the play was actually so fast on bottom side
Interesting.
that you can't stick around and take the rest of those because you know Blabber's going to reset and get back to the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, and Blabber already with the Profane
Mm-hmm.
Hydra
We're due
fully
for a
completed.
fight
The
here on
difference in
this
power
next.
between junglers right now is pretty massive.
Yeah,
that
I don't know
is
if I'd want to
significant.
fight.
So much
if I'm
kill pressure there.
FlyQuest.
It gives you lethal in a lot of extra scenarios.
Unless he
here
can
with
finish
the
this
full
item
combo
on, like,
from
next
Mbessa
clear.
plus a Profane activation. So honestly, there's a lot of places
APA
to
has
look
to
at
back.
the moment, but
I mean, that's
where would you
fine.
look?
If he gets
I mean,
enough gold to
Dragon.
back, then
it's
maybe you
pretty
fight it.
hard. Well, I
but,
usually want to try and make a play either on mid lane or bottom lane first, you know, preemptively before the dragon gets here, so you can get some summoner spells
Yeah.
out maybe. Problem is, like, Rise with Ghost and Flash and Phase Rush is pretty slippery.
Yep.
So I don't I don't think they're actually going to be able to make one of those like preemptive plays because Cryogen now also is level 6, so it's kind of hard on both sides.
Griffin
so
backing.
Maybe they just move in and they
with
force
10
it and try and
seconds
get
left
their vision
until
coverage
Dragon
through the
spawns.
river first.
Full item, Sunder Sky finish. All right, now they can fight.
Griffin being completed. You could also see the Kanik Rookern fully done now in the top lane for Thanatos. That's kind of like the
big thing is
sigh of
there
relief
is
item for
a
anybody
monetary
against
difference
Rumble.
in the mid
That's
lane.
where you start to just
Full
be able
item
to use the
versus
shield
not.
to shrug off the aggressive Flame Spitter trading. And honestly, Thanatos is totally happy with how this lane is going so far. I mean, you're a couple waves up in farm. Feel good. Okay,
oh, that's a flash.
For the flash into the dreaded return.
Nice.
Defensive Nico ulti to
That's
try
a
to
kill.
stop
That
it,
should be a
but
kill on
FlyQuest
Vulcan.
still needs
Oh,
a
it's
little bit
not.
more damage to try to
Oh,
get the
they
kill, but
stopped
won't
it.
quite get
Okay,
there.
that's fine.
Vulcan gets the kill on
Rise
Griffin,
gets the
but
trade
APA
back, but
takes
that's a 2.
Cryogen out.
Yeah, no,
Quad makes
3
his
for
way into
1.
the fight, but now he's got to try to retreat. He
Not good.
cannot do it. And C9
Nope, little
are
aggro.
5-2.
Yeah.
All and Galio all combination here. Vulcan has survived so
That's
long too.
tough.
He's able to go out the back, and so it actually required Quad's flash investment.
Respect
to, end
to
up
Griffin
securing
for
that
trying to
kill.
go in on this.
Yeah,
but
as we see, Griffin is able to go in, but immediately Hot Blossom. Sven is completely untouched here too.
Yeah,
And as you already
taunt
talked about,
as he
Kobe,
just got
Vulcan lived for
CC'd up.
so long as the Galio comes down on top of them.
Tragic.
Quad is dead as well in the back half of that fight. Really, really big early win for C9.
Yeah, I mean, it required Quad then flashing in to secure
I mean,
the
it felt
kill
a
onto
little
Nico, and that
aggro from
means
Griffin
not
there, if
only
I'm being honest.
were they able to kill him, but no flash now for
But-
repeat plays. So huge opportunities for Cloud9 all across the map. Remember how that last series went, Flowers?
Oh,
we
yeah.
were hoping that it would be a little bit of a different story here this time, but Cloud9 have been so good.
I don't think
What?
it was supposed to go right there.
That was a
I would say no.
Yeah,
the pathway that he wanted to take.
He laid out the red carpet for himself.
Yeah, to go
go
back
home
home by his
to the
turret.
safety of the turret. All right, a little bit of an unlucky misclick there from Gak goes to lose his Rumble ult for a whole lot of nothing. Problem is, there's the top lane might be covered in red.
I don't know
but
what
the
to say
scoreboard
about
is
that
covered
one.
in blue. There are advantages for C9 in every single individual role, and you can see at the top of your screen, there's still not the mid lane quest completed for Quad. So
it's a
FlyQuest
yikers
is
so
starting
far.
to fall behind
But hey, it's
pretty
fine.
significantly.
Still
And the
time to
big
get back
swap
into it. Come
in
on.
that river skirmish.
We're
that
just looking for
FlyQuest ended up
positive
starting
signs this
themselves.
game,
Is that going
this
into
series?
the Drake fight? I thought
That's what
Matsu
we're
was in
looking
the best
for.
position, right? Because he was the only one who had a gold lead over his opponent going
Can't
in.
fight for your blue,
now
brother.
Sven, I think it bumped up almost to 1K now at about 800
Yikes.
gold. So that was a really big gold swing.
I like what Blabber is
Surely
doing.
you're
here.
not
Continue to
trying
push the lead.
4v3.
He's got the jungle lead. He's
Okay.
got mid push. He's got bottom side push. Go
Good.
in. Go for the invade. Steal away the blue buff here. Really keep FlyQuest out of it. Keep that pressure on. Cloud9 just looks so comfortable yet again.
Yup.
Does not bode well here
nothing.
for FlyQuest.
And remember, C9 chose FlyQuest as their opponent. After the best of 3 that we got to see last week, clearly they were feeling
they did.
confident to pick these guys to go up against them here in the first round of brackets. And
was
so
my hope
far,
for
so
picking
good
them.
here in game number 1, as we are just about a minute
Well,
away
cheering
from
for 'em, not picking
those
them. I
points
picked
we were
C9.
checking in on from the previous series. And FlyQuest really wants to get that gold difference
Honestly,
at 15
not bad
down
poke on
closer to
Sven.
what it looked like in the previous game 2 instead of the game 1 or game 3. Griffin is here. C9 posturing aggressively. Cryogen taking a ton of burst damage.
Yeah, I don't
Gets
know
away
if-
for now. Griffin cannot charge up his blood. There's no
Yeah.
way for him to ever try to resurrect because the Zehen cannot move in these fights.
Yeah, immediately the Mbessa suppress comes in as if the initial CC weren't enough. You saw both junglers kind of
Tough.
hovering there. I also had seen earlier
It's,
APA kind
real-
of fainting
real
towards
tough.
that bot side. I thought C9 were potentially going to set up a possible dive. And now you
C9
just have
haters in,
APA hammering away at this
kind
turret.
of in shambles this
C9
game.
continuing to just find plays around the map.
Yeah, the weakness of
C9
Zehen
looking too
is
freaking
short
good.
fights. And I don't think that we have seen a single time this whole game where he has been able to stack his passive, the cultivation of war.
He has not.
Every fight has been so quick. He has been targeted every fight. So he has not been able to hit enough champions to stack up that
10
passive.
minutes.
I don't believe, a single time in this whole game, and it does not get better because once you're behind, then you're going to be squishier. You will continue to be the target. You will continue to be easy to burst down. And so it just is, it continues to look rough here as Cloud9's
CS-wise,
onslaught.
kind of keeping it even.
Really wear away at these outer towers as well.
But again, he's going rapid fire cannon second item
rotated
for
Sven and
Masu.
Vulcan over to that lane. And
so basically, we're on third item watch for Jin.
Very effectively here. Only 15 minutes in, and they've got a clear path.
Like I would just avoid fighting.
That entire little run of play after the bot
I don't
side
think you
skirmish,
can really
you
do
have
much
them
of anything
going
now
up,
unless you
getting
like
scuttle,
look for
like
a
you
pick.
said, pressuring mid.
Sure.
Earlier down in that
course
bot lane,
not. Of course I would
APA
never
on Galio
doubt
was
C9.
pressuring that bot turret. So C9 are
Who would do
really,
that?
really well set up.
What?
And I
What do
feel
you
like
mean?
all of those
What are you
mid
talking
lane
about?
bans that we saw back in draft from FlyQuest have really not done a whole lot of damage to APA. 2-0-3 here on the Galio. Obviously, it's fitting in very well with the comp and how they're using it alongside the Nico. C9 just seems completely undeterred.
Ooh, a Pokeball
Honestly,
sounds
I feel
good.
like any time like the narrative restarts of APA being like, oh, he can only play a few champions, etc., etc.
And then he gets
just ends
banned.
up proving everyone wrong. And it's kind of happening again, despite the fact that he hasn't actually played a lot of different champions thus far because he hasn't been challenged.
Surely,
in the,
if we're FlyQuest, we don't
as
fight
much in
this.
the
We
best
give
of
it up
threes.
and we
I'll
try
tell you
and
what
just
it
like
did do, Flowers.
scale a
Those
little
mid
bit
lane
and get
bans,
items.
They made him look cooler because now he's using that.
Like we didn't have an early play.
yeah.
Like we
so
don't
he's
walk
like
up
Optimus Prime Galio looking.
It just makes you feel like a leader.
here. No, we're gonna flip it. Okay,
He's
fuck
looking
it.
pretty
Fine,
good.
I'm down. Let's go.
Blabber, also looking pretty good here with his healthy gold lead.
Oh,
on
that's an early
Ambessa.
TP.
And
Okay.
Rift activated mid. That one's gonna take that.
But everybody's here.
Yup.
Oh, no.
They're moving. It's Blabber leading the charge.
Oh, no.
Right down over the top as Cryogen's Alistar will not be
And that's a
tanking
three-man
enough to
pop
survive any
blossom
longer.
that should
Griffin's still
secure them
trying
to
to
kill.
fast
Oh, he got the
determination,
resurrect.
And he finally gets a resurrection. But FlyQuest are still going to lose the fight.
But
Griffin will
it's
not
not
get
enough.
anything out of that resurrect.
I don't
Two
think
dead
anybody on
again for
C9
nothing traded back, and
got
it's just
below.
another C9
Okay,
team
no.
fight.
And
Who's
on the
that?
back
Is
half
that
of
Nico?
play,
Yeah,
Vulcan
Nico
is
got down
was
below
kind
half
of
health.
zoning out the rest of the team.
Hey, at
as you
least
see
one
this happen.
person
They
did.
pop Herald
Hey,
for priority
positivity.
throughout that ward. Thanatos
They
is
got
here.
somebody
Blabber
below
immediately
50%
goes
health.
in on the Ambessa.
Come on.
Yeah, and Bessa Galio combo is
Hey, I
such
predicted
powerful
C9 to win
engage,
this
and
in
they're so
draft.
far
I don't
ahead.
want to hear it
the
about this game.
secondary engage you're talking about,
Pop
Vulcan.
Blossom,
It could very well still be
Vulcan
3-0.
Pop Blossom's
Or
3, and then he
3-2.
flashes away. And he creates just so much extra time for the team. But, I mean, they're so far ahead. They're just steamrolling. You could tell Blabber's positioning there. He was just
Yeah, you can't
positioning
fight
so
that, bro.
far
You
forward,
just
so
scale.
aggressive. He's like, yes, I know.
I don't know
All
why
have
we're
to do
fighting
is
so
ult
much.
somebody, get inside for the Galio ult to go on top of me. And he sniped quad with his Ambessa ultimate, and they were able to, follow up very
this live?
easily
It
here.
is.
So FlyQuest, that
This
is
is
3
very much
dragons
live.
already. That is a very early Dragon Soul point, Flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on FlyQuest to try and
Oh,
find some
man.
angle to do something, but C9 are just finding
Oh,
better
man.
fights.
Okay,
That
what's
last
the
fight,
angle
Blabber
here for
was so
FlyQuest?
empowered, so fearless. He just completed
Gakkos
his Sundered
is the
Sky. He had the
closest
full
in
200
terms
power
of,
spike, and he led the charge.
Yeah, and it doesn't get
Well,
better.
maybe
for
we
FlyQuest
overload
because,
top side, get a kill.
We mentioned the Galio, and Galio being very good versus double AP solo laners. And
Oh,
then you
Jin's
also mentioned
pivoting.
the Kaenic Rookern, which is basically makes Cassandra
That's-
have
oh,
a
that's
Galio
so
passive
funny.
also.
Oh, that's
And
so funny.
both solo
Masu
laners
bought
for
2
C9 have
daggers,
these
was
massive
clearly going to
magic
go
shields
rapid
that
fire
they can
cannon.
use over
Went
and
into that
over.
fight, realized,
Just go push
shit,
away,
I don't do any damage.
Soak up the
Pivoted,
shields.
bought Last
Man,
Whisper.
Blabber's looking aggressive again. All right, that's
Oh,
another
boy.
blue buff, and
wants
he's
it.
eyeballing it.
Yep, they're thinking about it. Griffin and Quad trying to use the buddy system here in their own jungle, but they can see Sven on the approach through vision. Blabber is not going to get a chance to start another fight here just yet.
I mean, brother,
the
it was
clock
like it
is
was never a
ticking.
rapid fire
3.5
cannon
minutes
angle.
left until what'll be Ocean Soul for
You're
C9.
going into
and
a
if things feel
Cassante
difficult
and Bessa
already
with
to try
shields
to
and a
punch through this
Galio.
front line
Like-
on C9's side, it's going to become virtually impossible if they secure an Ocean Soul 23 minutes into the game.
Yeah, especially with, again, we talked about how this composition could work, right? The layering of the CC, the confidence that Blabber is going to have to get into these fights onto priority targets. We've seen it in pretty much every skirmish and full team fight that C9 has had. And now they can kind of set up the map however they want going forward to really pressure FlyQuest into making some
I went through a whole bag of Twizzlers
not even
before
bad
game one, by the way.
decisions, but because one thing I do appreciate about
whole
this
bag
FlyQuest team is
gone.
they're always willing to try to go for something that either, you know what, they end up winning a fight
wanna
that
know
looked
how many
disadvantageous
added-
at the start,
Do I, you know what?
or they kind of continue to lose and then go to the next game. I still think that's a really healthy attitude to have.
There were 7
and so
servings.
We'll see what decisions FlyQuest
And
will
one
have
serving
on this
was
map, because I know they'll still
26%
be
of my
looking for
daily amount
something.
of added sugars.
Yeah, it's really hard for them to look
So I had
at it
170,
when you're this
what,
far
7
behind
times
as
6 is
maybe
what?
we
Oh
have
god,
a little
no, it's not.
exchange here.
It's 7
Teleports on
times
top
6, what,
side at
42?
the very least.
Yeah, we're going to get 2 TPs right next
Yeah,
to each
7
other.
times 6 is 40.
Cryogen
Okay, hang on,
ready
we gotta
for
fight.
the arrival here of Thanatos. The Cassante taking
Okay.
a ton of damage and has
Okay,
to
hold
try to
up
flash away.
now.
The
Hold up
Equalizer
now.
will follow as Curtain Call
Nice.
opens up. Thanatos
That's a
is gonna
kill.
be tanking here in the front, but the counter engage is
Oh,
big
God.
from
Oh,
C9.
God.
Pop Blossom into a heroic entrance.
Hey, all
And
that- hey,
just
they got a
suplex
drop of
this
blood.
fight, throw FlyQuest
What'd
all
I
the
say
way
about
out the
overloading
ring.
top
This
side?
one's
They tried.
done.
And that's one of those scenarios where, like you're saying, you're so far behind. It's hard for it to look good, but you have to take an opportunity.
That's,
if this Cassante is so low in front of you, you know, they are actually able to push it
Yeah,
down. But
that's
the
apparent,
counter from
Tragic.
from
Anyways,
Cloud9
back
is
to my
better,
numbers.
So they should be able to get the ban.
I was gonna say, like, that's kind of exactly what you and I have been talking about in
7
terms of,
times
like,
2, so
why not
that's
take
already,
the chance? That
14.
did look like they could
So
have
add in
potentially
a
turned it
I hit
around.
182% of my daily value,
again, just
percentage
this
of daily value
ridiculous
added sugar.
CC layering that we see from this C9
Nice.
composition, because
Nice.
as Cassante goes in, he
Solid.
immediately gets rooted and stunned up and takes a lot of damage at the beginning of this fight, Kobe. Then the equalizer goes out. It looks like a really nice setup for the Jhin ult, but then again, the Pop Blossom, the
Solid this game just throws
Galio
on what to
coming
do.
down
I mean,
on
yeah,
top of
you
you.
want to get the Jhin
It's
to 3
just
items at minimum.
so hard for
Jhin's
FlyQuest to
got
fight back with the
Lord
kind of
Dominic's
counter
revenge
engage that
now.
C9 has, and with the wall.
I mean, they can
difference.
try and
There's
fight
a
this dragon,
trampoline
but
up
like
in the
it's gonna
top
go
lane.
badly.
Vulcan's bouncing on the first, and
Like,
then
who are you gonna
Galio
kill?
is going on top of there.
Thanatos
That's
just got
ultimate,
randomness.
and-
Who are you? Who are you killing?
They didn't get to touch the ground very much there. So, anyways,
To do
Cloud9
Pyramid Slip, you
now
could.
what's
Not
left to
wrong.
do, Flowers, with your Baron buff.
Well, you got 20 seconds until you can get yourself what should be essentially a free Ocean Soul on top of it. So they'll get these lanes pushed out a little bit. They'll apply some pressure towards the top side.
Oh, wait.
Sven flashes away. They wanted to try to use the Realm Warp to catch out the C980 carry, but
Oh,
now APA's wrapping around to try to
Did
make
Cryogen
the fight
just
go
hit
sideways.
APA
FlyQuest
into his
disengages
carry?
before C9's counterpunch can land this time, but Thanatos is ready and waiting over the walls. FlyQuest feel the pressure. They know they can't afford to just give this soul away.
Okay.
They wanted to make the pick on Sven,
Fine.
but C9
Here we go. Come on.
reacted in time. Keep your eyes on Vulcan. Keep your
Come
eyes
on.
on APA. Vulcan just trying to bamboozle him a little bit
Nice.
there with the clone.
Kill the
APA
Galio.
might be getting caught a little bit off to the side, but no, it's Cryogen taking a ton of damage here too.
And
Griffin
he
as
didn't
well.
die.
They both fall down, and APA is still walking away.
Oh, he didn't
On
die.
the way out.
Oh,
There's
no.
way for anybody to secure the kill.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
no.
Blabber was able to assassinate Masu solo in the jungle off to the side. It is an ace for nothing.
Oh,
for
man.
C9.
Flowers. Cut the tape, my friend.
This,
Did I ask for a mercy rule?
This one.
Did I get a mercy ruling?
Looking like a go next.
Please.
This
10,000
is
gold lead
not
Dragon
good.
Soul.
This
Baron
is
still-
brutal.
They still have Baron. They're doing
Yeah.
these fights so quickly. The Baron buff is
XP
still on.
going down in chat, and the
Whew.
GG.
I
Well-
feel the same way, man. Oh, man.
I thought surely, like, okay, maybe they're able to get Galio on the back half of this, just because he does end up taking so much damage here, but no.
Yeah, he gets his E off channeling. They just tank it.
Man,
Blabber
C9
ults
when
in
they're
as
in
well,
form.
and they shred them in time. APA is able to kite away and
they're
live
pretty
and have
good.
enough time to
Must
chat.
say, pretty good.
Like
always enough time to chat.
The pop blossom on the back half of that, just like insult to injury
Yeah,
for one person.
Vulcan has had a lot of big ones, but you know, you count these ones too.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying
Yeah.
for FlyQuest,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's when
I
you're
like
gonna
Yappa being back.
Well,
I'm not
things
gonna
are
lie.
back up.
even more scary now because Vulcan does have Seeker's arm guard ready to go unbroken for even more playmaking whenever he goes in. Death's Dance on Blabber, so he's even more difficult to assassinate here as well.
Corki's
and APA
like
has
half an
decided it is
or like
time for
half
the
a
book
component off of
VM. The
IE.
Magi Soul Stealer completed with 10
Round
stacks.
2, Electric
FlyQuest again
Boogaloo.
trying to use the realm
Can
up
we
to
get
make the move
APA?
with APA pulls him back with a dreaded return, but again, there's just no damage. APA just
Oh,
walks away
one,
from it. Curtain
two.
call finally opens up, slows the
Hey,
CNC
they
down
got
to
him. There we
finally
go.
secure the kill
Yeah,
for
that's
FlyQuest.
something.
And 25 minutes
Something.
into the
Hey,
game,
good morning,
it
Sally.
feels like this is the first time FlyQuest have found a pick or found a move that
Hey, look at
C9
that.
weren't able to
Don't
punish.
say it's
I
over
feel
till
like
it's
the
over.
Magi's is
11K
a
deficit?
curse
That ain't nothing.
sometimes.
APA is dead.
You
It
know,
might be.
It's a
you're
comeback.
feeling
Come on.
yourself, you go back in.
Uh-oh,
Thanatos
Thanatos.
could
Are you
be
next?
in a little
Nope,
bit of
never mind.
danger, but no,
Okay.
nobody else is
Little
close
too
enough
late.
to make that move happen there. So Quad is just going to push him back. So at least this is a very small amount of breathing room for FlyQuest. Now that APA is down, they know that C9 can't just be invading their jungle, making more moves, setting up
Can
the
they
next
catch
wombo
out
combo
Sven?
with the Nico here just
All right,
yet.
can we get a classic
But
Sven
APA
play
is
of
going to respawn
overextending
here
just a
very
little
soon.
bit?
2 minutes until we get Baron back on the map, and then Elder will be showing up just a couple more.
Fun
after
fact,
that.
by the way,
I feel like if
Masu
you're
had to
FlyQuest,
sell one of his
you
daggers to
recognize that
get
the only
the
possible
fixaxe.
way you can win this game is it has to be just
So he's still
absolute
sitting on
yakety
one of
sacks
those
at Elder
daggers.
Dragon. That you get it and then you win a team fight.
But he
and
did
you're
have to
still
sell
sitting
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, when you buy a Magi's and then you're walking around with 0 pages in your book, do you feel shame? Do you feel any shame?
No, I
Hey,
think
watch
you
the
just,
scene.
I
I've
think you
been-
go
I've
back
been-
to
yeah.
chat, you just start typing again.
Yeah.
Flowers goes, I can't read anyway. I don't need pages.
Doesn't matter to me.
I would feel shame personally.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me if I think APA feels shame, no.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he probably never feels any.
I would feel mortified.
Well,
But
C9.
I
All right,
also
come on.
have a lot
Just
less
need a pick.
confidence
Also,
than APA does.
if they ever say anything, then you can just be like, check the
Wrap
scoreboard.
around, get Corky from
Yeah,
behind.
C9's biggest
Use that
problem in this game
Rizal,
being the fact
send
that APA's
everybody
Magi Soul
right on
Stealer
top of
currently
Corky's
looks
head.
silly.
Yeah.
Problem to have. They're chilling overall, I think.
I don't know if they can come back from this, Flowers, this series. That's going to be some
Come on.
emotional damage, actually.
Right, yeah. The
All right,
the
that's
mental
IE for Jin.
onslaught of
Yeah.
having
Look,
no
he's
pages
gonna be
in
hitting
your
hard
book
now.
As FlyQuest
It's
will
rough for
be
them.
forced out of their
And
own
the-
jungle.
I was gonna say the actual onslaught onto these
Yeah.
turrets. Where we're just
Okay,
down
we're just
mid
giving
lane.
up mid.
yeah,
Got it.
We're just taking this inhib.
Okay, just mid lane inhibitor turret gone, mid lane inhibitor
Quad
gone.
is rage
FlyQuest,
splitting.
They have quad and bottom lane split pushing a tier 1 because they know that it's just impossible to win these fights. So C9 will say, sure,
Okay.
take the tier 1, that's all right. Have your objective.
We gave up
bounty,
2
500 gold,
inhibitors for
whatever.
bot tier
Double
1.
inhibs claimed now for the C9 side.
Got it.
as they'll
Okay,
finish
you
off
know
the
what?
last
Hey,
little bit of the health bar
that's
of the top lane
fine.
inhib. FlyQuest
It's
posturing
gold
like
funneling.
maybe there's some kind of pursuit play
Honestly,
to make
David
here,
needs
but
to
it's
get
just
over the
so
C9
difficult
hate.
to
It's the
find.
biggest CSM fan C9
Yeah,
hater.
double
Even I have to root
inhibs,
for them at this
seeing
point.
them kind of
If
back
they go
off,
to
probably
first stand,
set
I
up
will cheer for them. Beyond that, they're
this
not getting my
Baron
support.
take ahead of that Elder Drake fight. They're TPing in. I was
Full
gonna say
send!
FlyQuest.
Full send! Get in there!
All right, FlyQuest wants to go in.
Come on.
Jack Ghost is going to lead the charge here with the
Here we
flames,
go.
but everybody doesn't
Time to
get a
send
whole
it,
lot of
baby.
damage. C9 splitting their
Full
focus
send
a
it.
little bit.
Fuck it.
Baron down to about 6,000 HP on the health bar.
Oh, that's the
Flabber
real
goes
one.
to the wall, and Griffin is going to be his target. Meanwhile,
That's the real one.
beside the
Oh,
heroic
Masu,
entrance,
you're gone.
finds its way onto Masu, and now there's pressure on
Yeah.
the FlyQuest carries. They're already out of there. Quad can at least escape with the Realm Warp, but that's 2 dead on the FlyQuest side, one of which is the jungler. C9 don't even need the Baron. They're just going to march down mid, send APA up the top with the teleport, and go for the Nexus right
think
now.
that's game.
FlyQuest trying to get any amount of healing that they might be able
could
to
be
from
wrong.
the fountain before they make their final stand. But I do not think this final stand is going to last very long. Nexus turrets already getting chunked low as APA's comfortable there on the front line. Thanatos the same, goes for the Pathmaker, trying to knock Gak.
Okay, that's
Thanatos
some
does take
damage.
A lot of damage from the turret,
Yeah.
but still nowhere close to
Get
dead.
'em.
Second Nexus turret already gone. FlyQuest, there's nothing they can do from this position. 29 minutes into the game, 13,000 gold lead, 18-4. C9 smacked him in game 1.
Lounge, how good are Cloud9?
Very good, very good.
So,
Close game. I like how APA was just already out of the room before the next.
yeah, about that.
Already just
Um,
else's camp. Brother has places to be.
The washroom specifically.
He's Galio ulting somewhere.
Go to the washroom.
Back in it, baby. He is a full room ahead of the rest.
I got nothing after that game. I really don't. That was a smacking. Like I've seen ass beatings as a child worse than that, or like lesser than that. Like I don't know how to. What led to it was a terrible draft, in my opinion. Like I cannot. I'm sorry. I do not like the Jin. No, well, I gotta keep this live because it's a sponsored thing by Pagoda. Make sure it's live. I do not like Jin, Rumble, like Rise Con. Like I'm sorry, I've not seen. Oh, I gotta pay out the prediction. Choose outcome. C9 win. Congratulations, C9 fans. Take your points. Woo, have fun. Anyways, I just didn't like this draft. I really don't. And the way I've seen Masu play Jin so far has not impressed me. Like I'm tired of seeing people go the mosquito bite build that just does no damage early. And then like he realized that halfway in and started pivoting. But like
and they're able to just kind of turn this into a fight.
I just
bot lane. Well, this
I missed the super chat. What the fuck? Hold up. Sorry, I was
so
focusing on the game. Let me pull that up.
Now. And this was, Griffin trying to actually
I apologize. I did not see that. I was so focused on the game. Hold up. Let me pull that up real quick.
And even with the engage coming through so fast, Vulcan lived for so long. The instant Galio came through there, from APA.
Let me go back. Nova P-Ball said, who would be on my NA version of Los Ratones if the LEC did something, or if the LCS did something similar? Well, the answer to that is pretty simply, like, it would have been a version of Near Airport. It would have been like double lift.
Had a really good plan, executed well on it, and they used this kind of classic
double lift Spica.
Jungler, supportive mid laner. APA was always there at every fight that Blabber was ready to set up.
That was
Tyler won.
That decided this game. You guys see a Pagoda moment where the player spammed the Pagoda emote in the chat. That was ridiculous.
Player of the game was Blabber.
Yes, it was.
Double Spica. Tyler won because Tyler 1 could go any role, so we force him into any role. Nah, but like Biofrost is a proven. I guess maybe Biofrost, fine, yeah.
Like the camps,
and then Pobelter, maybe.
A lot of people can clear fast with
POB.
But it's what you do with that small advantage. Like
I think no Sneaky. Nah, Sneaky's busy. He ain't gonna do it. I think that's my thing. But like again, the problem with this is like they had their chance and just didn't do it. And like that to me is like that to me signaled everything that I needed to know of like we're just not gonna get it at that point. Like we don't understand the content game in North America well enough to understand what it takes to commit to a project like a Los Ratones or a Near Airport. You have to be putting out content every day. You got to be streaming a good bit. And it's just like, I don't think we get it. Charm said, all right, I'm off to mini golf. Don't like con. Gotcha. Low stilt on this. That'd be funny. We used to understand it. Okay. This might be a hot. Oh, I nearly just knocked over the entire table. This is too high. Let me tilt over this way so Coco can lay here. The way I would explain it is that we understood the easiest form of content in North America. We understood, hey, I'm going to press go live and I can upload like pretty much an unedited VOD to YouTube, and that's going to do insanely well. And it was like the early day before we were like really getting our ass beat on a consistent basis by Korea. But we don't understand the modern version. Content got harder. Like whether people want to admit that or not, content legitimately got harder. You have to upload more. You have to learn the algorithms. It's like the comparison I would make is like it's like a lot of people in the modern day workforce refusing to like understand that AI is going to come in and change how they do their jobs. Like, it's gonna happen, whether you like it or not. And you're not gonna rise to popularity in modern social media unless you are doing the things that are required to grow in modern social media, and nobody is. Or very few are. Which I get, is different from, hey, J-Man Slam, thank you again for the raid. Thank you. Too many low production on Twitch that are just boring? Yeah. I mean, and look, there's a difference between low quality or low production and low quality. Because there is an element of fun in not being heavily polished. This stream setup right here is not heavily polished. It's a basic table. This is a cardboard cutout from the back of a Razer keyboard that I'm putting over here that is I don't know, blocking it a little bit so people don't see the keys, but it's also a placeholder for when I can finally get some sort of ShyKnock watch party logo thing in front of there and take that with me. But this is kind of low budget, but low budget can be fun. Do I ever watch Shopify Game Changers content? I do not. I'll be honest with you, Game Changers is one of those things where it's I'm gonna let the girls do their thing. Creators can rise up, those that watch it consistently and do everything there, y'all do you. Use no AI. What does that have to do with anything in the NA hemisphere? Missing the EU magic? No, when I said AI, I'm talking about corporate. It's a comparison to corporate America not understanding that AI is going to come in and will is going to be a part of your job. And comparing that to North America, or comparing that to League of Legends content, TikTok, other platforms, and other ways of doing it beyond just turning on your stream came in and became the standards. And you have to learn how to do that. You can't just rely on old school tactics the way it was. It's not saying AI is in content. Also, Razer isn't sponsored, no free advertising. I have a good relationship with Razer, so.
Welcome everyone, and congratulations APA on the week 3 player of the week. That's 2 player of the
low
week. Low
production to me is no talking, no little vid or low effort. Adapt or die. I agree. Swedish Fish channel point redeemed. No, I've already eaten my allocation of sugar for today. For context, if I ate this entire bag, which I would, this is 11 servings per container of 46% of my daily added sugars. So that would mean I was already, 82% over my limit. This would put me at, 460 or 46 plus 466. 466. 0.
More fun, I guess. Yeah. TO's a more serious team. Okay.
510, 510% over, plus 172%. So 600 and I don't know, 600 something over. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on sugar for today. I think I'm pretty good. Difference between NA and EU content creators I noticed is that EU are heavily skill-based with a side of fun. Watching battles is fun, but it's very skill macro strat-wise, whereas in NA is more fun trolling than skill, like T1, but not always. So here's what I'll plug in this particular situation. I'm curious to know what some of you will think whenever my Rec League games go on, because I'm plat. I'm not fantastic. I'm not fantastic at the game of League of Legends, but we have a Rec League team that plays matches once a week in a thing called the Low Budget LCS. Our team is called the Needlessly Large Rods. You can get the pun. And we just submitted our team entry yesterday. We're waiting to see if we get picked. Hey, Ben Frankson. But I'm curious to know what people think of that, because obviously we're not heavily skilled, but it provides a storyline. We've been trying to win this league for going on 6 years now, and I've not been able to. So we're still trying.
Masu, Sentinels Impact.
Okay.
DSG.
Tyler one is not skilled. I mean, yeah.
That's fair. That makes sense.
So I'm curious to know what people think of that, and like whether that's a compelling story from like a creator, like whether people can connect with me on that, like my journey to try and accomplish like something in the space.
To the LCS, we are in the middle of C9 versus FlyQuest in our best of 5 competition.
Because they're volatile. One game you're into, one game you're not wrong.
Kobe and I
How's the series? The series is a bit of a stomp.
We were like, okay, we got the graphics team.
I mean, I hope. We'll see how the numbers do stream-wise on the low-budget LCS stuff this year.
Yeah.
We will see.
And Blabber took all 3 of the early crabs.
Yeah.
So.
And he took all 3
All right,
of their
draft-wise, game 2, give me a more cohesive team with somebody that hopefully let Masu and Cryogen be the early game catalyst to late game success. Put Quad on a late game champion. Let Masu and Cryogen win you lane early to give you a pressure point somewhere.
Team fighting, it just felt like FlyQuest had no response.
The trampoline comp.
Yeah.
That was definitely.
How does C9 look? Unfortunately, good.
Okay, though. Game number 2.
Yoo-hoo, how we
New
doing?
Game, new opportunities, Flowers.
The gold lead is gone. We're back to even standings here.
Remember in
How
the
we
previous
doing?
Series, they also lost game number 1 pretty heavily, and then bounced back, and they were able to.
All right, here we go. Oh, also reading off some of the Church of 227 and Wairu. Thank you for the follows.
As we continue, remember this has the possibility
All right, come
of
on.
going deeper into Fearless, you know, full 5 possibility here, best of 5. So we'll really
Let me turn this up a little bit.
down,
Anero told me to be a C9 fan. You are now a
last
fan of
game,
C9.
Big
If Anero
topic was
told you to
APA
jump off a
receiving
cliff, would you
3
jump off a
bans from
cliff?
FlyQuest, but they have chopped that down just to the Ziggs ban remaining targeting APA.
Congratulations. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, but that Ziggs is always going to be the top priority.
Okay,
ban
that tie that
against
Dom
this guy.
has, I
He
will
is
give
an
him credit.
absolute menace
Clean, which, by the
on
way, let me go
champ.
back here.
So let's see
That
what we've
tie
got.
is
The Pantheon and the
clean.
Nautilus alongside the Ziggs, as Orianna is going to continue to remain banned on the C9 side. The Varus going to get banned out here too. I'm curious if they will remove Azir
Yeah,
from the
Azir's
pool.
up.
Azir.
And as is Talia, so we can see a trade there instead of.
You
kind of
100%
we
first
talked
pick
about
Azir if
Ryze
you're
is off
FlyQuest.
table
That's the
now
late
as a
game.
potential mid
Do I
lane
gotta switch
trade
their sponsor?
there.
I do
We
not,
talked about
but I'm down if
Orianna
they
being
want
on
to.
the ban list, which I think is just a solid ban. It's one of Quad's best champions. He's really, really good on that pick. And so we'll see what FlyQuest value first.
It's dangerous if they go Azir, then you think Cloud9 would respond with like Talia plus Vi.
Danny in TikTok said, do you think this will go all the
very
way?
strong answer, 'cause APA
I'm
is
hoping it
super good
does,
on
but game
Talia,
1 was not pretty. There we
and
go.
combos
Okay, I
really
like this
well with
already.
Vi,
Nice.
Even with Pantheon being banned. Last time around, you know, they did open up with
Hear
that
me out.
best
Lucian
of
Nami.
flex pick.
Bot lane for
This time
FlyQuest.
around, I mean, Renekton is very good blind regardless, and it's a Thanatos
That's your
main
early game
champion,
prio.
so even though it's just a hover, definitely not surprised they locked that one in.
Yeah, I'm not surprised with it at all. I think it's one of those things where you're like, okay, you guys have already picked Azir, so even if we want Talia, it's not like she's really a flex right now. So it's not like FlyQuest are going to steal that away, deny that pick from you, so you can just go for the
Renekton.
powerful
Is
solo
this a
laner with
Nidalee
the
angle
Renekton
for
instead.
Blabber?
Maybe pick up the Vi here or get whatever else it is you might
Nope,
want. Nope,
Talia, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, I
Give me
was
the Lucian
wondering
Nami.
if potentially
Come
they
on.
go for Blabber's jungle pick.
I want
but
Cryo
no,
early
I'm
for this bot lane. I want Masu and Cryogen to be able to assert a little bit of dominance on Sven and Vulcan
going to APA.
and be the point that ushers them into the late game.
So yeah, we'll see if they do want to partner that up with the Vi, or
And then
if
go
that's
scaling
something
topside
that
as well.
FlyQuest are thinking of potentially picking
Zion,
away.
that works as well. I'm fine with
Some
that.
covers going down for
Yep.
Griffin.
Yeah, it's looking
Yep.
like a front
Down.
to back comp here for FlyQuest for sure. When you start
Lucian
out
Nami,
with your
come on.
Azir, you've got one of the best scaling carries here.
Or
AP
just Lucian-
carries from mid lane.
well,
They've got the brick wall in the
They
front
can't
lane
do both
already.
picks.
So
Fuck.
just fill out
I
the
guess you go
rest
your
of the
jungler
comp,
now.
5-on-5, front to back here, and see if they can get some of those objective fights going for themselves.
Yeah, and I like that for
Trundle, nice.
FlyQuest.
Okay,
As you see, the
fine with that.
Trundle locked in for Fly preemptively. That is a
I'm
really
liking
nice
this
pick,
FlyQuest draft.
Front
for
to
them
back
to
for
pick up.
them.
Yep.
Just further makes you win, means opponent team, anybody who goes in, whoever's the front line, Renekton or Vi, you get hit with a Trundle ult and you evaporate. So
J4?
again,
Okay.
as long as Quad and Masu play safe and they can try and have like front to back steady battle lines,
Nope.
then that's where.
Okay, no,
FlyQuest
I'm liking
wanna
this.
approach
Hear me
it.
out.
So it means for Cloud9,
Either Lucian
we
Nami
do end up getting the duo
or
that we were talking
Xayah
about in the
Rakan.
opener. And
Either
it
one.
means
I'm
that
fine
they're
with
going
either
to
one.
have to, surgically remove some of these carries and put some pressure on through playmaking.
The Zaya
definitely will have opportunities
keeps
to
him safe.
play the map
Also
a
allows
little
him
bit
like
as
a
well.
get out of free card with the Vi going
separate out team fights, try to make it into smaller skirmishes, because already the 5v5 potential of what FlyQuest have done, and like you already pointed out, Kobe,
as Karma,
their ability
I
to
could
stop
see that too.
what C9's
But I like
wants
Lucian
to
Nami.
do, especially with that Trundle. Is going to be
Oh yeah, Karma's banned.
You can see the Senna ban coming in for C9, respecting that pick to potentially cause even more problems in these situations where you're doing front-to-back team fights, and she has so much range, and the healing keeps everybody going for so long. So that's taken off the table. Bard also removed by
if they don't ban Lucian or Nami here, I think you immediately...
A strong ban, just a strong overall pick, also a Vulcan
you
special.
immediately grab the Lucian, you let them see if they want to pick the Nami, and then you can go to like Milio or anything you want there.
Cloud9 can do in the early game, and then can they transition it into playing side lanes later? So they don't want like Bard
turn down
blowing
co-stream.
people's
What I missed?
I
turned down co-streaming from like a team sponsoring me to do it, but Riot stepped in and said, "Hey, here's co-streaming rights."
Does some weird stuff with Magical Journeys where you're.
But I was not going to accept a team do it or a team sponsoring me to do it because I haven't picked my team.
Trying to remove some of those things that are going to upset your objective of scaling into some regular team fights. And
I think Aphelios would actually go harder for C9, who I think needs some sort of
still
scaling
got to come
option.
in here for FlyQuest as C9 will remove the Ezreal alongside the Senna there. Rakan is the ban for FlyQuest.
Leaning
so
to
C9,
pick.
how creative are we
literally
going
am stuck
to get
between
here?
two.
How are you going to solve the scaling conundrum that is FlyQuest draft?
Get some winning lanes and just, snowball.
I could see
on
Lucian Nami on Sven and Vulcan's side. Oh, they banned the Rakan.
They have Renekton should push top lane. They've got Talia, should have a comfortable early stage in mid lane.
Can you grab it? Yep.
If you
Let
can
me
get
do
a
it.
good bottom lane here for Sven and Vulcan. Ooh, Yunara hyper carry here. Last time we saw Sven on Yunara, he was very aggressive with it. Are they also this time going to pair it with a Lulu? Last time they had the
predictions
Enchanter
going
with
live. You got 5 minutes.
There are a lot more
get your
enchanters
prediction
open on this draft in particular. We still have the Lulu available. We didn't see the same.
You do kind of need to take away the Lulu a little bit.
Aphelios.
Is that going to be Aphelios Lulu?
I do wonder if they're just going to go with the Aphelios Thresh. They had confidence on it before, but no, we see the Lulu hover. And Aphelios also just does super, super well with Enchanter picks as a hyper carry threat.
I like this FlyQuest draft a lot.
This would be such a formidable
a lot
composition that's also like really easy to execute. And there we go. Lulu locked in, so that's a kind of a takeaway. We see the Nami locked in for Vulcan as the response also banned in game 1, so we still have the 2v2 bot lanes going with those enchanters.
Feels manageable.
As we've talked about, kind of the rise of that because you are spending so much more time in this bottom lane.
And I have to say, I think Cloud9 are definitely going to have control of the early game here. And so
if you're FlyQuest, just like
to focus on is okay,
scale
let's win
and
our
you're
early
fine.
Stage and then snowball effectively to not let this Cloud9,
I mean, the nice thing with FlyQuest is you have 2 presidents with this draft.
As long as, or excuse me, FlyQuest.
You have both Azir and Aphelios that can deal damage late, so it's dual threat.
I mean, Yunara plus Nami is very strong level 1. If you let Yunara stack her Q up and they can just run at you.
All right, here we go.
I expect Cloud9 to have some.
This is going to be telling. If FlyQuest cannot win this game, this series is done. 3-0, it's over, it's chalk.
Make sure that they're mindful of mid-game blunders. Sometimes, even if you get a lead, you can play a little bit too aggressively, open up an opportunity for that
ironically, if C9 picks Sona, they run this game.
screeching
I
halt,
do
and
agree
up
with you.
against
Real quick
Sion,
before the
up
game
against
starts.
Azir,
Banson13 and
dangerous
Polar Snack, thank you for the follows.
FlyQuest knows if they can just scale this one all the way forward, it should be nigh on impossible.
Again, if you're on Twitch, I have no ability to stop the ads that happen. If you want to use Prime sub there, it'll get rid of it. Or always check out YouTube, where we are on stream and the ads are nowhere near as bad. Here we go.
Like a Sion.
No, he is pretty great for that.
For FlyQuest, don't get too over aggressive early in this game. Hold on.
All right, let's see what we
Try
get
not
here
to
at
try not to give over
level
too much
one.
early.
If
If you get
anything,
some
probably
good
a
fights,
whole lot
fine,
of
but
nothing. Last time
don't
we
push
were
it.
Caught off guard a little bit
Watch
by the
your
fact that
TikToks
they
for
were
what?
willing
Hey,
to fight
welcome
over the
from
earlier
TikTok.
crab versus the level 6 one like we were anticipating, but maybe that'll change here this time around. Looks like both junglers
Hashtag
are
anyone
planning
but
on
C9.
starting the top side of the rift here.
See,
again.
that's a level
And
of hate
bottom
that I
side,
respect.
Masu using his green gun really effectively early. You see them take over brush control. They cleared out the C9 ward in the brush, and then they themselves ward both brushes. Another one goes down, though, so fighting pretty heavily over it, and Sven gets pushed off the
no
wave,
good. You don't need CC. You have a ton of damage. If anybody pushes up at all, they will get chunked out by Azir.
Okay, Masu and Cryogen wanting to play aggressive here.
This
nice
is
and
an
early.
interesting
AD
early
carries
trade.
are
That,
getting
ooh,
knocked
that's
down
heal
below
on
half
Nami.
HP. Summoner spells being used.
Okay,
Sven with
even
the ghost,
trade
Vulcan
of
with
Summoner
the heal.
spells
Same
bot
thing
lane.
on the other side. So all 4 flashes still intact, but nothing
Why
else.
aren't I live on Twitch?
Yeah,
I
it
am
just
live
shows
on
you
Twitch.
how important Prio is in this bottom lane, right? Like really, really nice scrapping coming out of Masu and Cryogen to kind of push back against the potential of the Yunara level 1, and they will hit level 2 first in this lane, which again is so important because you look at what pushing lanes you want the Vi, who once again started on the top side of the map. We are looking at both junglers kind of potentially coming down to the bot
Your
side
only
here.
goal is to
And
get gold here.
It's pretty easy for Trundle to play these fights early on before Vi has ultimate. Very easy for Trundle to play the fights, so you have to be careful. Like if the Vi wants to play off some of these, like, you're gonna have to hit a charge.
Is he gonna back and buy Cole?
To have a strong effect in it. Vulcan,
He
of
is.
course,
That's a level 2 back. Cole is
Nami,
incoming.
Is feeling pretty comfortable there for Cloud9.
Vulcan's
so
gonna be able to stop one of the backs,
They
I
take
think,
the
or
onslaught,
not.
and then Vulcan's able to. You try and bunch up the wave a little bit to get them focused on one minion, just like we saw there. So they all focus that one melee minion and starts to slowly eat away.
No ads whatsoever with YouTube Premium? Oh, I know. YouTube Premium.
A little bit of work to group up the minion wave will go a long way. And get it going back here. So Cole purchases for both of them. After the early fighting here, everybody ends up fairly even. And Blabber's going to take his reset because he doesn't want to tango with an early Trundle. It is just too scary there. So as a Vi, you got to get out of there to the other side of the map. And
Cole
this
on
time,
both.
thankfully, we do have the early Scuttle Crab trade instead of
Despair, thank you
to
for
the
the free
death.
prime. Or thank you for the
As
prime
soon as
sub.
Blabber immediately went
Oh,
for the
that's a good
recall
gank.
after the
Bad
camp,
pillar, though.
You know that he was not willing to fight for the crab this time here. Quick
Oh, good
burst
trade,
of
though.
about half the health bar there onto Sven, and the timing here feels really good for FlyQuest since Sven and Vulcan only just got back to lane, and now they're forced to lane with not a very impressive health bar. Blabber wants to make a move here onto quad in mid lane.
Yep.
Seismic
Good flash.
shove
Good
is
flash.
going to force out the flash from the Azir.
Yeah, and that's really big. We'll see if Blabber is going to want to be able to follow up on that with quad down his flash. But down on the bot side, I really did like that look from Griffin. Kobe, you already pointed out how good Trundle can kind of be setting up for these early skirmishes. And now FlyQuest has really taken good control over this bot lane.
And I also want to point out the timing window when you go for plays like we just saw is so critical. The value from Blabber as we get
that's not good.
Ooh, nice hit there from Vulcan as he and Sven want to see how much more they can get out of this trade. But Masu doing a good job there, using the Infernum to hit the minions, get a little bit of extra damage onto
flash,
Sven
Cryogen, but
as
it's
flashes forward, forces that trade of summoner spells with the C980 carry.
Okay, so we do end up with 2 for 1
I was gonna say, you stay and push
flashes,
that out.
but
You have
lower
blue gun,
health
you have
bars for
advantage.
Cloud9. So Vulcan, it's a very
Absolutely
nice
shove
double
that in,
bubble.
you get Prio. There we
However,
go. Okay.
nobody dies, and it's just going to be the extra flash that they get in advance. But back to the efficiency of Blabber, you know, that window.
Top side a little bit behind.
Camps are respawning.
You expect that with a
There's
Renekton.
nothing else for him to gain gold or experience on. So he just waits around mid lane, and his threat puts so much extra emphasis on the seismic shove that we saw thrown there that you actually get an immediate flash out of that seismic shove. It is just super high value there for APA, and no flash on quad. Let's see if they can actually play off of it. Little sneak into the back of that Dragon Pit.
This is a really early Drake take, and they're going to get it
That's
with
gonna
APA coming down and
interesting
and
getting
helping them
that
out a
Drake
little
so
bit.
early.
I like that a lot. Griffin, you saw him lumbering around nearby in the river, thinking about maybe going towards mid lane, but C9 just instead going to put their focus on the Drake.
That speeds up the timing of this a little bit.
A pre-6-minute first Drake in that one, so
FlyQuest want to stall out this game a
early
little
control of
bit.
these
And that
objectives
early
so far
Drake
in
might put
Yeah,
a
we talked
little bit
about the
quicker of a
importance
timeline
for
on
C9
this
to be
than
kind
expected.
of looking for these small early plays.
So they're in
to
like
set
the
them up really
studio
well. So we
next
have
to
our
the
crowd
arena.
Timer
Wait.
once again
Yes,
counting
there we
down.
go. Love
and
it.
We will see.
Which is super cool, but because Blabber got the Dragon, guess what? He's already level 6, so a sneak on Dragon before Crab even spawns makes it not fair. Look at Griffin on the minimap.
That
He
is an
at
insane
the Crab,
graphic. I
but
love it.
Blabber goes
Oh,
He
no.
wants to make the ulti happen,
Bye-bye.
and they immediately full send onto Masu. The damage is down, and Sven's getting paid with first blood.
I swear, man,
Tragic.
like Blabber is just it's just a masterclass. Like I feel like every series they have.
I mean,
versus
Blabber is
FlyQuest,
just,
Blabber is just performing so well. I mean, sneaking a Dragon with
Blabber's
Vi is one
getting
of the
hella
best
games
champions
right
to
now.
sneak
Also,
with.
pushing
Not
up that
only can you
far
just
as
queue over the back
Aphelios.
of the pit,
Lulu
and traverse
without
walls,
flash,
but
whenever
your Deathly
Nami
Blow
does
is
have
very
flash, is
good at
kinda
actually
tough.
taking them efficiently and quickly, and then that rushes you to your level 6, as we
Kinda
just
tough.
said before he goes for it. Then he gets his level 6, and he's like, yeah, I know you're going to go for the crab, but I am the original crab-focused
Griffin going for a gang.
I've died for crabs before you were even a pro player, and I'm going to get your bottom lane while you're going
Nothing
for
from it.
And it's just beautiful. His first ult, seconds after he gets access to it, he uses on Masu, takes down the enemy Aphelios that had no flash from the early trading that they were doing before.
Flies towards top side,
man, he
flashes
drew it all
up
perfectly,
in
Flowers.
top. Flash
It's
is
a
about
good
to be
start
back up
there
in
for
mid lane.
C9. We'll see if they can continue snowballing forward, because that was the name of the game, like we're talking about in draft. If you just have a nice, slow, calm, methodical game of League of Legends, FlyQuest is probably going to win in most situations, because that's what their comp is designed to do.
I still think the
Blabber's going
Trundle's
to need
fine in the
to keep
comp,
that
especially
pedal to the
come
metal,
late game.
Keep things hectic. You can see it's about 30 seconds
But
until
early,
the
I
Void
can
grub
see why
spawn.
Talia
Last
Vi's
game, there was
just
only
gonna
this
run over
one
this.
single grub taken.
Red,
they
white.
have really fallen from grace compared to last year.
Got chakrams.
I was telling you early on,
Missed
I
it.
think those things suck now. It is funny, though. I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, every Cloud9 versus FlyQuest series, it feels like we've been invited into like a little jungle classroom. Where Blabber has been told that Griffin is like the young Blabber, and Blabber's
no,
like,
that
all
I
right,
said
let me
that
teach you a
second was
couple
there.
things,
Him
nephew.
getting that pillar on the wrong side.
There's definitely some learning going on. If the series keeps going like it did in the first game, Griffin is going to show up here around mid. Just clears out that control.
Blabber's
there real
effectiveness
quick.
is
Make
just
laning a
way
little bit
better
scarier
than,
for APA
Griffin's
on the
right now.
Talia.
Oh,
quad.
no.
Ooh, hold on now. Bottom lane. Yeah, we got some more bubble action going down. As
Wait a
Vulcan wants
minute.
to make this fight happen, but
Hold
now
up.
Sven's gonna be
Oh,
carried.
nice kill.
Masu gets the
That's
kill.
exactly what they
Vulcan is
needed.
also showing
And
up in the
Trundle's
fight, but it's
here.
Blabber who's now in danger. The
Bye-bye.
Vulcans are back into the river to try to get away, but it won't matter because Quad
Oh, that's
has
a kill on.
arrived.
Okay.
FlyQuest find a fight, and they
Okay.
find it in style.
There we go.
APA.
Oh, no,
Seismic
no, no,
shove
no,
onto
no, no,
Masu
no.
on the
Okay,
very
thank
back end
God.
of things. Wants to
Oh,
try to see
shit.
if he can get a kill back, but no. FlyQuest
Good
get away
bait.
with it.
Yeah, and we saw Sven
Good
so
bait,
comfortable
great
to
fight.
kind of
Oh,
play
God.
forward. Oh.
Hold on, APA's not done just yet. Cryogen might be the target instead. Seismic shove, flash.
Good flash by
away, so
Cryogen.
he is
That's
going
fine.
to get an
That's
extra
worth.
summoner spell from
Hell
the
yeah.
FlyQuest bot lane here, but
All
for
right.
no return kill.
Yeah,
That's fine,
I mean, APA kind of resetting so Sven can come back.
Quad
hopefully
should get at
gather
least
up
one
this
plate.
Wave. But what a nice turnaround coming out of FlyQuest. And there, I think you still see the power of
Yes,
this
he
bot
does.
lane
Okay.
with the
There we go.
Aphelios, Lulu working
Now
together.
we're talking. Now we're
200
cooking.
years and white gun.
And a Lulu.
White gun, white gun. Look at the chakrams
I mean, that looks
he
so
stacks up
bad
here. So,
too
yeah, it's great
to
initiative.
start.
You're like, oh,
But
I
the
hit my bubble.
the
Great.
biggest
Yeah, I
mistake
just
there
got
was Ven
infinite
walking
chakrams
into
from my
close
ultimate.
range against
Masu, as soon as he gets
Aphelios
out
with
of
white
the
gun.
CC chain, pops the Aphelios ultimate,
Shouldn't have been anywhere near
spinning with all
that.
these
Keep your
extra
range, you'll
chakrams.
be fine.
And since Blabber was on the way trying to gank also, he's another casualty. Griffin does a good job making sure there's no escape for the Vi. He blocks him off from the front.
Trolled it so hard, sorry.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, you
shouldn't have
walked
walked
so
up.
confidently because
Yeah.
like, ooh, we hit him with bubble into Nami wave, but then you're point blank, you're point blank in the face of this Aphelios. You got polymorphed, and then you also get Aphelios ultimate, and this guy is just 200 years
Okay.
of damage worth in an instant.
And I feel like if you're on FlyQuest, you're feeling so much better about things.
Yes,
after
you are
that play.
100%
Again,
like
slowing the game down, making
oh
it so
boy.
C9 doesn't feel like
boy.
they're the ones always making the decisions in
Oh,
terms
thank
of
God.
where the
Cool.
action is happening.
All right, dragging up in 9 seconds. No flash on just Lulu. Flash is up for everybody on C9. No flash on Cryogen or on Griffin either. That's a problem.
We'll see if
I think you give
some
this
more
up if you're
value out of a
FlyQuest.
future Weaver's Wall. Does have about 1/4 of the cooldown left on that one, and the next Drake is alive. FlyQuest have control over the river for now.
Yeah, and you see C9 are headed here, though, on this Drake timer.
I don't think you need to fight
Griffin's
this.
going to clear out some vision. And Thanatos is
on our way
also in
bot.
a really good spot.
Never mind, Scion's already backing.
Oh,
everybody's bot side. Here we
we'll
go.
see as
Here
these
we
lane
go, baby.
assignments kind of
Fight
go
night.
down.
Let's go.
That's
Come
the
on.
important part for me, too, because we just saw him dirty farming on that top side.
Yeah.
Fight night time.
Scion has ultimate, too, and so Gakkos here has a line for a Scion ult into this dragon fight.
Yeah,
oh, just don't get caught early.
Right outside of the brush.
Griffin lives. Nice. Blabber's down. There we go.
No chance for C9 to get anything back there.
Purple gun. Root him. Root his ass. Root his ass. Oh, he got on top of him. Oh, no.
Masu just barely gets away.
Masu, how the?
It knocks him to the
How did Masu live there?
Just not quite enough damage. FlyQuest get everybody out.
Oh, they're so lucky. Holy crap, Thanatos nearly just smurfed that.
But Masu escapes in the end.
Oh.
And again, really, really nicely done from FlyQuest. They're able to kind of muscle in, and that kind of flank from the Renekton that we were anticipating from the way he went bot side to set up for the potential Drake fight, they immediately burst down Blabber, and that just goes absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, you know, focusing someone down with the Trundle ultimate,
okay.
like we're kind of talking about, this is the revenge here for Griffin. Revenge arc in the last couple plays. He has been able to corner Blabber, make sure he couldn't escape from the previous play.
Great play by Griffin.
He's lying in the bushes. He starts onto Vulcan, and then even with the Nami ultimate getting absorbed into a bubble on him, again, polymorph onto Blabber.
I want to see what happens
here has been really big into
gets into the bush, no vision.
He just gets burned down. Gakkos did a good job immuning the Nami
wave,
by the way, with his ult, and then there's nothing else to say here. So Masu is getting a little bit of luck on top of the
done by
plays that he's
Thanatos
doing.
on that fight.
Barely able to escape with his life there.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't check that bush for vision.
Yeah.
This is why we were hyped for this matchup. I'm glad that we're seeing, Griffin fighting back very well in this game, because these two
still not
junglers
full
are
item yet on Masu. Masu a little bit behind.
In so many stats in the early stages of the lock-in tournament.
And we talked about how valuable this Trundle pick was going to be in the draft. It stops so much of what FlyQuest want to do, and that on top of the Lulu was really the difference maker in that last fight. And now
that ain't hard to do.
As we see C9 trying to find something on this bot side.
Yeah, Cryogen's the target there for APA, but can't quite secure
topside?
Anything to
look at this.
Summoner spells as well. FlyQuest are going in for
their
1v3 dive up here in the top lane. Griffin staying alive once more.
There we
they
go.
Get their man. Thanatos drops for the first time this game.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're just trading sides a little bit.
Azir getting fed.
With C9 so far pushed up.
Azir getting really, really fed. That should be.
Attempt and make the dive on.
That might be tower topside.
And now we will see that TP coming down to
not gonna use it. Okay.
This turret. APA coming top.
Yeah, APA rides the Weaver's Wall all the way to the end there. Wants to continue chasing after Griffin. Throws another rock, but he'll need one more.
Okay, good kill from APA. Good trade back.
Shut down. APA's on the board.
And we talked about how deadly APA can also be on this Taliyah. It really, I think,
getting
lends
fed,
itself
not
to how
fun,
well APA sees the map overall.
Quad getting
He's
ahead,
always kind
even
of been
better.
the type of mid
the
laner
tempo
to
is
look
really
for
good from FlyQuest right now. They're the second they get a chance to push these plates, they're pushing them well.
Now recognizes he can get something topside, and the race for first turret take is on.
Okay, all three grubs possessed by FlyQuest for a little bit of extra edge in that
Wait,
race.
Thanatos is dead,
Thanatos
no?
continues just trying to survive.
What was that?
FlyQuest will deny it. They burst him down before Vulcan's tidal wave can even arrive. This is
what is the sequence of events for C9?
The turret race, APA auto attack after auto
I mean, APA is going to get first tower, but it's
Tier
fine.
1 has the minion wave right next to him, and it will be first turret for C9, immediately traded back by Quad
Okay.
bottom lane.
Yeah, Flowers, the gold may look close. close here, and Dragons are split, but I think that's a good state for FlyQuest.
Yeah, this is a
Absolutely.
fantastic
With
state for
Aphelios
FlyQuest. This
and
is
Azir in fairly good positions. The thing is, Masu did, like, the gap between
really,
Sven
like,
and Masu in
C9
gold
having
has widened
quite a few plays
because
this game where it's
FlyQuest
just like,
went for the
huh?
topside play, you know, and they're kind of trading back and forth sides of the map. But I don't think it's going to be too
go to Rift
problematic
Herald.
for him. We'll see.
Everybody
though,
pathing
if
up
this
topside.
extra
Sion's
gold
already there.
advantage
Trundle coming
for
up right
Yunara
now.
really
We are
turns
going to
into
have a fight
something.
over this.
Cloud9 can try and snowball with a Rift Herald take here.
Okay.
Turn that into some turret plates guaranteed for them. But Gakkos doesn't want to let him have it for
Gakkos
free.
just going
Immediately over
in.
the wall with the blast cone. Gakkos is going to lead the way.
Sven's
Herald is
dead.
slain
Or
by
not
Blabber,
Sven.
but the eyeball
Oh,
is
nearly
still
was.
in the river. FlyQuest move in time.
Now stay
to
and make
force
sure you
C9
block it.
back and
That's
deny
fine.
them from being able
That's
to pick up
good.
the eye.
Big difference is look at the bottom lane on the mini map there. It is pushing Renekton by himself. So Sion does
Well
not have
done.
teleport or ultimate now since the ult was
There we
used
go.
in the fight. So at the moment,
That's a
you know,
Dizzy
Thanatos
Dave play
is
right
at
there.
least going
Get the
to be
Herald,
able
don't get the
to,
Rift.
You know, kill off the cannon minion here, presumably into the tower, and finish up this tower. He has died in 2 consecutive replays that we have showed for him, but you know, at least he's going to get a tower here out of the play since the team was able to escape from that Rift Herald topside.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to look for
Dragons
that
up in
first
12
team fight
seconds.
with, you know,
Everybody again,
the
bot
complete
side.
Renekton flank, but deciding it's not worth it to
No
fight that
TP
fight,
up on
at
any of
Rift
the
Herald,
anybody
give up
on
the eye, and now
FlyQuest. Oh, they just get it.
are
Never
immediately
mind.
on to Drake,
It's
pretty
gone.
much at spawn.
Yep, and there's no response.
It's gone.
from
Great
C9,
tempo.
so this
There we
is
go.
yet another
FlyQuest, come
objective.
on.
Going the FlyQuest direction. Griffin can pick that one up, no problem. As Cryogen and Quad.
I mean,
are
I'm not
going
the
to
biggest
look for
fan of
some more
Collector,
vision
but it is
behind
what it
enemy
is.
lines.
And it points out just how crucial that second Drake take was for them to be able to stop the stacking, for them to be able to get into a good position with this scaling composition.
Diablo will
where
take
we
over the world in
really
2 years max?
enjoyed
Oh, I
the
hope so.
Blabber
That
sneak
kid looks
around
good.
to get the
That
first
kid looks
early Drake, right? I
fantastic.
thought that was really good from C9, but FlyQuest's response, especially on this bot side of the map, have been really, really good. And now, again, we talked about how these compositions go up against each other. They're in a really, really great spot. Uh-oh.
Okay, Griffin might not be in the best of spots.
Yep,
He has
Griffin,
enough time to try to
bye-bye.
ult defensively, but there's just
cursed
too much damage in the scene.
It's fine. There's nothing on the map. If you're gonna die,
Zen
oh
ends up taking
no.
a kill there, as now Quad has to try to get back over the wall, but Blabber's ulti is ready to follow. Quad goes for the flash to
That's
try to
fine.
escape
He
with the
lived.
blast
Can
cone,
he
and yes,
capitalize
he
on
will,
Blabber?
But C9
No?
are keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, good pick from
Nothing?
Cloud9. They know they need to take apart. Wait.
Hold on, Masu
that's
there,
fine.
kind of tempting fate a little
That's
bit.
fine.
The
That's
Arc of
old
Ruin
out of
slows him
Sven.
down, but he does get away from the seismic shove.
Blabber.
Now Blabber with the wraparound play. Wants to go in for the Vault Breaker. Thinking about it here. Tidal Wave crashes
They're out.
through.
This is a weird
Seismic
sequence
shove
for
won't find a
FlyQuest.
target,
Just
and
get out of
C9
this.
backs up.
Just reset
Yeah,
the
so they're
map,
just gonna
reset
get some
tempo,
damage
you're
on
fine.
that
Don't
mid-turret,
overthink
but
this
good
shit.
pick in the topside jungle, leading to further damage
Don't
on the
overthink
mid-turret,
it.
some more kills into their pocket. I'm sorry I cursed you, Griffin.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a nice
Danzo-
little
nope,
spot.
Danzo's
Blabber
nope.
had been able to sneak through the jungle. So Fog of War over your own red buff wall there. Nice Vi Q from
That's fine.
Blabber.
You got two
and,
dragons.
the
Who cares if
combo
your
with
2K
Blabber
goes down?
and APA
You got two
right
dragons
now
with a scaling
is what
comp.
is really working
You have
for
10
Cloud9.
minutes until you have to
Off
do
of that,
anything
Sven
important.
also getting paid.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know, Yunara is hyped up as a very strong hyper carry in the current meta for a reason. Let's see what Sven can do this game. He lands a slow into Masu.
A lot of pressure on Masu, but he again just barely misses out on having the damage to kill the Aphelios. Now Sven and Vulcan have to be mindful as Griffin shows up. Cryogen reinforcing his AD carry here. The Wild Growth is also still available to cast.
Weirdly used ult
C9
there.
and FlyQuest both sending top laners to the mid lane scrap now as C9 want to continue keeping the pressure on. This tier 1 turret is very close to death.
Nice.
Gakkos tries to clear the way with the decimating smash. The Scion is very large. He steps forward,
Yep.
C9 steps backward.
Scion in a
and the push
really good
stops.
spot so
I was
far.
gonna say, you talked about what
Gakko's
was it?
having a
There's
great
no
game.
better
Construction?
brick- yeah, there's no better
Am I allowed to have
brick
guests?
wall.
Yes. I have to
The
pre-approve guests,
alternative
but yes, I'm allowed to have them on.
Scion coming in clutch there. You could see they both pulled TPs into the mid lane, and while there wasn't a fight, they are able to stop this kind of aggressive C9 push. But I love that it
But
seemed
for
like
lock-in,
Sven
I
was
just want it to
listening
be
in
me
on
for now
Kobe,
until we have the watch parties
recognizing
at the
his
bar.
power as this Yunara and getting so
So
much
it's just gonna
damage
be me
down
on
onto
that front.
Masu.
But then spring, I'm
playing
gonna look to see if I can
aggressively
bring
here through
in,
mid and
see if
Thanatos.
anybody wants to hop on
Seeing
call and
if
talk.
anyone's going to walk up to mess with the AD carry
But
battles.
for now, I just wanted to be chill.
These honorable AD carry battles where they stare at each other and the wave.
Oh, that's not
Sven
good.
jumps in. Arc of Ruin forces out the flash. Plus
that
Wild
was never
Growth
gonna work out
combo.
well
No
for you,
ghost
Masu.
there for Masu any longer either. Sven is punishing him every time he steps up.
Sven's
Yeah,
a full item
Sven
up.
is
Like, just
really using the Yunara to make so much space in this mid lane, and that will net
Back
them
off, get your
that
IE.
tier 1
All right.
mid lane turret that they were looking for earlier, potentially opening up the map a little bit further for C9.
So for FlyQuest,
All right,
earlier
Dragon's
on
up
we were
in a
saying,
minute
hey, this game is
19.
feeling pretty
No
good,
flash
right?
on your
You've slowed
ADC,
things
just
down, you've made a couple of plays,
chill,
but
you
now
ain't gotta do
C9 has
anything.
fought their way back into a sizable lead. If you're
Get side
FlyQuest,
lanes.
are you sweating
Get
at
your
a
side lanes
2,500
pushing.
gold lead C9, or do you still feel pretty comfortable?
I'd be sweating a bit, you know,
Yeah.
especially with their track record versus Cloud9 specifically. I definitely
What was
would
the
be
match record?
sweating because look at
1-0 C9.
APA, you know, he has potential, huge potential to
Come on.
burst somebody down. So you really have to be.
They're not
on
even
top of
punishing
all your
Masu.
warding.
Masu's just
Blabber,
stepping up and like
doing
taking
his best
these
efforts
trades
to
with Sven that are
dismantle
clearly going to go
the
in
warding
Sven's favor.
structure
Like,
of FlyQuest, so they continue to look for
Masu
these picks.
needs to back soon.
And
He is
with
like
the Vi
really
combo,
far
with
behind
this
on
Talia,
items.
having Actualizer, having the extra needlessly large
Is he
rod here,
really going second
you know,
item?
for APA's huge burst potential. So
Huh?
there are a lot of plays where
Is he going
Cloud9
second
can
item
attack
Mutals?
you if you're transitioning
Why else would he have the
between
recurve bow?
objectives
Or not the recurve bow,
you know,
the,
trying to go through jungle.
slingshot.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're cleaning
Oh,
a lot of the
Storm
vision
Razor, okay.
and
That
looking
makes more
for these
sense.
opportunities.
They're also moving down potentially on this bot side of the map.
I don't know if
trying
I
to
like
stop
that,
now
but-
FlyQuest from getting onto the Drake soul point first, kind of stealing away this blue buff.
Or it's gonna anywhere else? Maybe.
And I'm not sure if FlyQuest
I mean,
are
honestly,
even gonna
it kind of
contest
feels
this. They
like
just seem to be content to.
It's very much on quad
Oh.
shoulder. Oh.
Content to start a Baron instead? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say content to take top tier 1, but no, they're
Wait.
just starting Baron.
And they're showing the Azir still. So you think, oh, with Azir DPS showing on a lane, they're probably not on it, right? And they pull
Hey,
off,
good
you know,
try.
Masu
I
shooting
respect it
over
out
the
of
back the
FlyQuest.
wall there,
I'm
but,
down for that.
Sometimes, yeah, trying to do those sneaks when you like show
Have I
one of
decided-
your
no, I haven't
big
decided to
DPS
team yet.
champs going down a lane. Maybe we can trick somebody. Regardless, Blabber on the other side of the map does get the dragon.
Gakkos.
He leaves the crab for the Scion though.
Okay, the Scion's the target.
Gakkos
Gakkos
is
loses
dead.
half his HP immediately, tries to ult defensively and can't get all the way out, so now he's got a flash. The damage from C9 still
Masu's
not enough
so
to kill
dead.
him off here just yet. Masu staying alive, but APA has made his way into the
Yeah,
fight.
no,
Griffin
that was
is
just
down,
bad.
so is Masu, and C9 just
That
found
wasn't
2
pretty.
big kills.
Not
and crucially,
pretty at
the
all.
Lulu ult was not there for
C9's
Masu, right?
tempo
so
in
APA
these
is
mid-fight-
immediately able to get onto
like-
him with the Talia.
And
Mid-game
Vi
fights
with denting
is
blows
just
and Black Cleaver is
unbelievably
a very
decisive.
good tank killer. Look at the Scion. He had stacked
Oh,
so
man.
much armor. Sunfire and the Thornmail and those
That
boots
was
as well.
not
like,
pretty.
So
And
much
where did it all
shred.
go?
So yeah,
Shredded
Blabber,
to
Yeah.
the ground.
Blabber immediately shredded all of it, turned on the Scion. He left the crab, by the way, to turn for the Scion because he
True
knew.
discipline.
He's learning, yeah.
You gave up
knew.
Dragon
He
and
knew. What
Baron.
this guy's
It's
doing.
now
How
4K
important it
gold lead.
was.
You
He
were
was
in
like,
such
you're
a
not really
good.
a tank in my
Such a
face.
good spot
and
early,
he
too.
immediately goes for him, shreds this Scion. Hey, I saw him approaching on the ward, and so he went for the Q,
Yeah.
used his ultimate, because he had Sven
Great
there.
ult
so
by
you shred
Vulcan
all
there.
the armor, and you've got this
Great
Yunara
ult by
that is so
Vulcan to zone
strong.
everybody
They're-
out.
They still
And then
had
Masu's
to
just,
really
like,
squeeze,
stuck. Like,
and
what
the
is
Lulu
Masu gonna
ult was
do?
used on him,
Nothing.
but because all these resources are used in running away, you lost your Aphelios and you lost
Yep.
your Trundle. Yeah, you saved the Scion like walking away, but 2 casualties on top of the Dragon, and Cloud9
I
are
do not
pushing
like
that
this
gold leaf
Masu build.
flowers, making you sweat even more because they turn it not only
You're
into a
Aphelios.
Dragon,
Your
not
second
only into a
item should be
Baron,
IE.
but now into tower gold on top of it.
If I'm wearing a green jersey here, I'm asking somebody to turn the AC on. It's getting a little bit too hot in here to be comfortable when C9 is up 5,000 gold with a Baron pushing 2
I mean, the good thing is you-
lanes
again,
of
you
tier
still
2
scale,
turrets.
but it feels like
FlyQuest
they've
is trying to
given
get
over
something
so
back up there
much
to the top
early.
side as Griffin wants to move forward, but he should not have moved there. Vulcan ends up taking the kill credit. Trundle's dead again, and the C9 War Machine pushes
Why?
on. FlyQuest now in a 4v5 until Griffin respawns, but that's 30 seconds away.
Oh my God, they're on Aphelios. He's dead. That's game. That's game. It's over.
He dies even through his own flash. Our C9 just looking to end this game. Blabber will get knocked decently low here, but there's just no damage left on the FlyQuest side.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, why give FlyQuest another window to get into the game? They should at least be able to get both of these turrets. Definitely an inhib.
Is this going to be game?
Yep,
No, it's surely not game.
Inhibitor is the target for now.
APA
APA forced to flash at the range of decimating smash, but again,
might be
Gekko's,
game.
he's just not tanky enough to deal with these guys when he gets bursted
Oh,
down
Trundle's
the front
fast as
line.
fuck.
Griffin has finally made his way back.
Oh
into the
no.
fight, and he's
Oh my
right
god,
back
no. No,
out.
no,
All these
no.
FlyQuest
What was
deaths
that?
having out flashes. And now Quad getting caught by Blabber.
They're gonna
the game
end
might
it.
have just
They're gonna end
ended.
this game in
Bottom
25
lane inhibitor's gonna
minutes.
get knocked down
Oh
next.
my
C9
god.
pushing towards the Nexus turrets. Masu wants to try to defend it there with the Moonlight Vigil, but he doesn't do enough damage. The double kill for Svenzu Nara as he knocks the turret down right next to it. Thanatos slicing and dicing his way forward, and Masu is just dead again. Cryogen will join him in the graveyard. 25 minutes on the clock. C9 said scaling be damned and crushed the second game.
That Drake fight was so huge, getting the catch onto Sion, from that to ending the game so quickly. Lounge, what did you think of that?
I think it kind of just ended.
What the
What's
fuck?
happening, man? So the early game.
Sorry, shouldn't swear as much.
For FlyQuest, because they got a 2v2 kill bot.
That.
They had Trundle Sion, and then they lost 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they got the 2v2 goal bot after giving up first blood on the pre-gank. I mean, Masu and Cryogen.
Like, you had the game.
A lot of things were going
That
well.
game was in such a winnable state.
Yes. Okay, they can play this game slow. They
Like, such a winnable state in the like prior to that dragon fight.
Well, moving around the map. So this is around 12.5 minutes, and we're going to kind of fast forward through some of this. So he goes up towards mid
okay.
after a
I
base.
want to
He
watch
pushes
this
that out.
sequence.
Then he's going to be, just looking to move into the enemy jungle, pushing Cryogen back. Meanwhile, you look on the map, what is happening? So the bot lane's getting zoned out. Sven is farming plates. They're losing these minions. And on the other side, there's going to be a counterplay, right? So FlyQuest is saying, all right,
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna
this
zone
this
out
was the
bot.
easy
Let's go
kill,
down,
even though
let's
it
get this
burnt
dive
the
on Thanatos.
flash of
They are
Griffin.
going to make the dive happen over onto Thanatos. He dies.
Fair.
What does APA do?
Yep.
Crosses back through mid, pushes that out, still hasn't lost any minions there, is able to run all the way up top, finish off Griffin. So pushes out mid, goes bot, zones off, goes back mid, pushes that out again, goes top, gets a kill. Now he's actually going to take down the entire tower right after this. So is able to put this pressure on the map.
Look at how much
goes
gold
the map,
APA
takes
gets.
down the tower.
Oh my god.
Then we're going to go ahead
That's
a little bit more. Again,
so gross.
Pushing out the waves before he's moving here. And then we skip a bit ahead. And this is going to be another play where this play, they're obviously catching Griffin. They get a kill there.
Yeah, Griffin gets
And it's kind
caught
of
out
just
a
APA
few too many
moving around
times.
the map and again finding these plays. And now APA is at a point in the game where he has his actualizer. He's actually really strong. He's on 2.5
no,
items,
okay.
has the upgraded
Look.
Sork boots. And so Masu is kind of the hope, right, on the other side. He's got his 2 items. He's pretty strong. APA is going to come in on this fight.
I hate to say it, but
Go
this is gonna
immediately
be a
for
fast
Masu.
3-0.
Even though Masu does
This
have
is
nice
going to be
effect
such
on
a
this
fat.
seismic
Oh, I gotta pay out the
Look at that
prediction.
activation. Actualizer gets popped.
Choose outcome C9. I don't even want to do the prediction for the next series. I feel like I'm just losing money at this point.
Masu just gets deleted.
Yeah.
Like this is a
I feel like I'm
surprising amount of
losing
damage.
money.
That is the power of
By the way, M. Kramer, thank you for the follow. Barracuda Jones, thank you for the follow. And I think I mentioned earlier, yeah, Despair, thank you for the Prime sub. Like, if you're Fly, you were fine. Like, just play back, play together, like front to. Like, it felt like they have a comp that is designed to play front to back.
I wonder if Chad agreed as well, but he's definitely our pog.
And they never once were able to do that.
Then ended up with 7, but I think
for whatever reason.
Then being in right place. And APA creating.
I mean, Quad no shuffles. I'm not even mad about that though. Like, I have no problem if he's in the back line and just shuffling people away to make sure that they're still doing damage. But like, they didn't even do that. I mean, C9 is just. I mean, based on what we've seen, if we're being honest, from Sentinels, from DSG, and from FlyQuest and C9, C9 is so far above everybody else. in the league right now.
Feels like a speed run.
So far.
The thing about it, I was wondering why they chose FlyQuest for how impressive they looked in the first 3 weeks. This is what their read was. It makes a lot of sense.
Blabber seems to have Griffin a little bit downloaded as well. Don't miss any LCS action when you get your favorite.
Violent Turbo. I mean, I think Blabber was definitely the MVP of Game 1. I think APA was the MVP of Game 2. But, like, that was a beating.
It is time for the Kia double point question. And this one...
Oh, did you guys watch this video, by the way?
The question is, what is Ian's mother's name?
She's gonna watch this too. And
Chad, you better get this. I'm gonna pause this before it continues. What is APA's mom's name? All right, Chad's kind of going with the sticks. Got it.
Thanatos, you met her. I think this is Grace's mom.
3, 2,
Chat got it.
1. Let's see.
Her name is Stacy.
Oh, dude, I knew it started with an S.
Is it?
Stacy. Wait, what did you have?
I had Julie.
I had Sally.
This was such a good video.
This is a champion.
If you have not seen it, this is such a good video.
Well, how did you know?
Because she introduced herself.
Ian's mom came to our house and said, hello.
Hello,
My name is Stacy.
And she's on broadcast.
Oh, I was so close.
We love Stacy around here. I am curious how that video did. Let me check out C9's YouTube. Let's see. Let's see. Cloud9 roll. It did 14K. It's not bad. It's not terrible. Oh man. Well, what can you do? What can you do? In terms of draft for this game, I'll be honest with you. I've not really been all that impressed with any particular lane. So like, I don't know who you play through. I don't know. I don't quite know how you win this one. If I'm being entirely honest. Like, I'm trying to think of a strategy that you can do if you're FlyQuest. Like, maybe, again, they didn't really pick up bot lane that could win early, but like maybe you do that. You're not getting the better of APA. Maybe topside. Maybe they try and give like Gakkos a advantage. Maybe that's the way. I don't know. Okay, Masu did fine last game, but the team got cut. I actually don't think Masu did fine. Some of those early trades didn't really go in their favor, and then in the mid game, he's like really stepping up and trying to take trades with Sven when Sven's clearly ahead, and it just felt like a bad choice. I don't know. Better player to two. Oh, 100%. I don't know. I don't know where you throw in the curveball. I think maybe, well, the Nami got picked, so you can't really go Lucian Nami. Maybe like a Lucian Milio lane. Like early pick Lucian Milio and just like let it rip, let it rock, see what happens. By the way, there's a chance that if this game ends in 25 minutes, this entire series will have taken less than 2 hours. If you factor out the amount of pause time, because we were paused a good bit, it genuinely could end in under 2 hours. I might actually get to play League of Legends tonight and just chill. Oh god, I don't even know. I don't even know. I will say this, making the top 5 plays list is gonna be interesting. Cause like, so after this, I'll have to cut up this VOD, get it up on YouTube, and then I'll need to make the top 5 plays list for tomorrow. Or maybe, honestly, I don't even know if I do a top 5 plays for tomorrow. Am I sponsored by Swedish Fish now? I am not sponsored by Swedish Fish. I just genuinely love them, and if they want to sponsor me, fine. The worst part is this isn't even the biggest. You want to know the sad part? Hold up. Michael, hold up. Let's go down. Oh, big stretchings. Big. Hold up, come here. All right. Oh, big stretchings. Yeah, big stretchings. Oh, who's a good girl? You're a good girl.
This year for Valentine's, I got my baby carry.
What you do?
Chocolate hearts.
Big
animal, and some flowers.
That's a big one,
bro. Cryogen is doing the most right now. Every game he's just griefing. Level 1, he's wasting his spells. He doesn't know how to ward. He doesn't know where to go. I just miss you, man. I know it's early on, but
so the best part,
we're really made for each other. Bro, I miss you so much right now. What are you even doing? So good at laning. You can watch a movie, team fighting, or he always smells so good. We can duo queue on hidden accounts. Surprising him later today. I'm kind of nervous.
why do I have this? I don't know. But I do. So, if there was any company that would ever want to sponsor this stream, I was told. So when I was watching the,
it's not what it looks like.
When I was watching,
no, I'm not. This is.
Oh, who was it? Somebody said. I think it was actually Thorin, or no, it was Monte Cristo in the Four Horsemen episode that said that apparently the average rate that you can charge like for sponsors, if you're like, it's your average concurrent viewership, and $1 for each head is how much you can charge as like a sponsor for a stream. So with like 200 some people here, I could charge $200. Like, hey, whoever makes Swedish Fish, I don't know what company makes this. Mondelez International. If you ever wanted a guy to rep your candy, I'm the guy. I promise you that. You know, we'll keep the fish here. We'll keep the fish behind Jinx. Or actually, you know what? We'll stand it up vertically.
I mean, yeah, I still think
we'll stand that there.
A really good team. I do think in that game,
part of all your co-streams? No. Is
it
gum? No, it's just red little fish. They're gummy candies. And they're so good. They're so good. Like, they're pure sugar. Like, they're technically, like, by most metrics, they are a terrible candy. But in my opinion, they're great. And for those of you that missed my best fruit list from yesterday, I'm not necessarily the most accurate person that you want to trust when it comes to food ratings. Because if I'm rating my top 3 fruits, it's cantaloupe, it's apples, and then it's pineapple. That's my specific order. So, trust me at your own accord. Put the fish in front of the keyboard.
At least they've dropped it down to just the one, though. The Ziggs.
Yep.
Imagine how bad it
I got a bunch of stuff in it.
If he got the Ziggs.
This is bang.
We'll see what FlyQuest can do here in this third one, as we are once again going to see
there we go.
Banned out. That enchanter has been kept off the table all series long. Cassio, the respect ban against Quad.
Bro, has no berries. Nope, none. Mangoes would be a solid 4th, I think.
Yeah, most notably though, the Orianna is up as a potential. We've talked about how good Quad is at that champ.
All right, here we go. Orianna for APA. We went one game of banning out APA and said, you know what? I don't think we need to do that again. Yep, Aurora Nocturne, that makes sense.
Because you can't give over both of them. Nope. And so you can construct the Nocturne comp without Orianna though anyway.
Okay. Well, what do we do here for C9? Whatever you do, it's probably going to win. But
FlyQuest looks like they're going to be drafting a
Inspired Sour Patch I bought, and they sent me a coupon for a free Mondelez product. That's pretty sweet. Or sweet.
Turn out the lights and have multiple people engage from different angles.
Okay,
you know what? I like that branding, MK. Or I'm hacky.
I called it the Shock Kong last time. I thought that was
the Shock Kong?
Yeah, Shock Kong. It's a shockwave and a Wukong.
I mean, I guess it's better than Woo Wave.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, all I'm saying, Kangas liked it, okay?
Woo Wave? I kind of like the Woo Wave.
Kangas had Shopify Rebellion at number 1, bro.
Take away C9. Yeah, but that worked out well for DSG. Oh. Oh, Vulcan Bard's a really strong pick. And a good lane.
Specifically, really great great setup for whatever C9 want to do, and works really well in tandem with this little Oriana Wukong combo they have.
Akali, okay.
Kong, as
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, what are we gonna do here? How are we gonna up this? How are we gonna make this better for FlyQuest? So the Lucian's gone. I'm thinking, or sorry, the Nami's gone. I'm thinking Milio Lucian. There's the York band, fine. I'm expecting a Milio band to come through. Or a Lucian. Lucian band feels about right.
And trying to attack these low mobility carries. That's why I like the early Bard. You get Bard in the first 3 picks here.
Lucian just feels like too good of a pick in with FlyQuest draft right now.
Can provide counter engages to dives. Even the most heavy of dives.
Nautilus, okay. No, not. I think that's a mistake personally.
When she comes out, and hopefully survive that way. So probably we'll see some defensive usage of Bard Ultimate here, not just offensive.
Here we go.
Looks like you see a lot of the time.
Ezreal off the map. Smart.
Interesting one. Not normally something you see on the ban.
I like the Ezreal ban.
That FlyQuest seems to be a little bit concerned with, alongside banning away the Ezreal. Nautilus also banning.
Well, I can start my second bottle of
I
water.
wonder if that's something they saw in scrims. Yorick has this kind of insane side lane pressure that we've seen C9.
Rakan, give me the Lucian Milio. Even though you have no CC, but I think your comp is designed to play from ahead and just zone out.
This Nocturne, Alkali, and Aurora dive.
Oh boy. Well, we said win early.
Bowling ball. Get a support in there as well. Everybody's going in. We got short range.
That's gonna be a Leona, ain't it? That's a Leona angle.
Let's see what they'll pick next to it, but first we've got to see the C9 choices.
Leona or Taric. Imagine a Taric in with that.
Very impressive. He certainly
There's the Lucian.
Right now, but what do they want?
I can see Lucian well, no, they got Bard already. Sever, Bard Sever, yeah, that makes sense. Good pairing.
Sever is going to be the choice.
Yeah, skills super
Gnar.
well, fits really well into this
Yep.
comp, and as we
Gnar
see,
also makes
the
sense.
Gnar hover coming out of Thanatos, something that he's I mean, it's a good blind. It's something that we know he's super comfortable on.
I think Gnar can get away from some stuff with his jump. His knockback can stop a little bit of the dive.
Historically a good blind champion. You didn't say anything false.
Exactly.
Yep. I think that makes sense. The Renata is very safe.
All good.
Not the Yumi hover.
No.
Shout out to LCK.
Yeah, we saw it. Look, it did.
All right. Yep. There we go. Okay.
Immediately, I was very happy about that.
Well,
okay.
Something tells me we're gonna know in about 13 minutes whether FlyQuest is gonna win this game or not.
Specifically, the Wukong has.
It's gonna be so over early, or it's not.
I mean, this comp from FlyQuest, if it gets going, is just so deadly for assassinating whatever target.
Agreed, Emily. Prediction? Oh shoot. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna give you a minute on this prediction.
Of our own initiative, we have a lot of scaling. We don't have a lot of our own go buttons, so now we're gonna go fully the other way.
Yeah, throw all of that in the trash.
Hold up. Let me call Emily. She
dive.
called.
We're gonna put a lot of
Game.
pressure out on the Oriana specifically, and let's see, FlyQuest, can they change up the gear?
Hey, you're on speaker and on stream. What's up?
Because they have no
I'm just calling to say hi.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, you got my message earlier about the.
This for FlyQuest, just because
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
when this new
Yep.
FlyQuest roster
Yeah,
has succeeded, it has been by having their own
able to
agency
work
and
my
being
way
willing to
out.
make potentially
Yep.
risky plays with
Are you able to
success.
mute stream for 2 seconds?
I am very
2
curious
seconds,
to see
real
how
quick.
they pilot out this composition.
Well, I especially want to see how well they can make all of these plays, how fast they can keep the tempo of this game. I think Blabber has been the far superior jungler here in this series. I think the same was true when we just saw them play a best of 3 last week. So Griffin's going to really have to step up if he wants to be able to turn this series around.
Yeah, if he can get a lead as Nocturne here, it puts out so much pressure. You know, a lot of things I think are going to revolve around Nocturne.
I'm early tonight. You can unmute. I'm early tonight, so I will. I'll be home later. And what are we doing tonight? Just hanging out?
Yep, I'm gonna try and play some games a little bit later, but that's about it.
Yep, there it is. Chunks out.
Okay. Maybe we can watch that movie later if we have time.
Don't forget I'm off work tomorrow, so yeah, that's fine.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, you are off tomorrow for President's Day.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, maybe we can watch that later then.
All right, sounds good.
All right, cool. I love you, bye.
I love you, bye. All right. Early advantage for FlyQuest bot lane. Let's turn up this volume real quick.
Because Sven
we
has
go.
been bullied. Bullying successful.
Bullied all the way back home. Poor dude. All right, he's making his way back to the lane now. But you know.
Also, really quickly off stream because I just noticed a bunch of these came in.
Yeah, no, that feels awful. Like it's literally just for health.
Moat.
Yeah. Ugh. Sorry.
Let me go through. HPAS 1, Hawk is the dog. Thank you for the prime. Charismas, T. Consley, Ricardix, and Articuno. Thank you all for the follows.
Thanks, Flowers. Here with
And the Fat Nurse. Thank you for the rose over on TikTok.
The series has been going and what you guys.
All right, need a movie rack. Which one? We're watching the one on Netflix. Is like the Stranger Vacation one, or like when a friend goes on vacation or some shit.
Especially like with the early game, but you can tell that mid game C9 is a bit more decisive and understand how to push sides, and then our map state starts to fall apart. So this game, we gave us a little bit more agency. Nocturne Aurora, like you can kind of take most fights, especially with the Akali, and then Calista Renata is going to have a lot of tempo. So hopefully we're able to stack some dragons, and we need confidence on our timers. Because right now, especially when you play against these veterans, like they choke you out, and it feels like you don't really get to play the game. So looking for some confidence.
So
agreed.
Talking about this draft then specifically, obviously it's really aggressive. You know, a lot of kind of a dive, a lot of assassins. Is this comfort for the team, or is this something that you felt like they need to play more just for early game power?
A little bit of both. We definitely practiced this comp a few times. I would say the main thing is a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm live on.
Like,
so this is available on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Okay, this is a good fight.
You know,
nice.
Lane and then get to these team fights, especially
oh no! Oh god, that was bad. Yep.
But looks like it's not going that well.
Well, we'll see. Flowers take it back.
FlyQuest, a beautiful double binding coming out from Vulcan's board as Masu now might just drop to the boomerang blade. FlyQuest fans, avert your eyes. It's too violent to look.
That's exactly why we speak so highly of Vulcan's board. Already seeing it in action here with that sick double binding. Once again, C9 is there.
I don't even want to upload this VOD, but I know C9 fans are gonna want me to, just to hate, like to laugh at me, so I have to.
So about that gaining confidence in game number 3, Flowers,
and playing through bot lane tempo and dragons.
Okay, they did initially play through bot lane tempo.
Level 1, yeah, I'll give that. I like the level 1. I liked what I saw at level 1. But what I saw right there is
I gotta
a concerning
do it. I gotta
trend
be fair.
if you want to have bottom lane control.
It's concerning, especially since now Sven is returning
I mean,
to
when she says she'll be home later, she's not gonna be home until 9. So I still have 3 hours.
He didn't get to buy anything.
Like, we're probably not even gonna watch the movie until like 11, 11:30.
Well. How to turn tables.
C9 hate me that much? No, the folks over at C9 enjoy it. Like it's a good banter rivalry. Like it's not a toxic one.
And a bottle. Okay, let's take a look at this.
And here's pass. I mean, the hate will be real once I pick a team again. So don't worry. Like, it will be back.
You're not getting away with that.
And it's also early in the year, so you guys are naturally good early.
With his binding and his
wait until summer when you miss Worlds, and then we have that conversation, and then it's going to be a little less
and still dies as well. And it's 2 kills into APA's Orianna, double buffs on the Orianna. Holy!
Yeah, they're playing a bullet hell at this point.
I swear, even APA feels bad for them. I think APA even
don't have Reaper. You also don't have Fudge. No Fudge, no Worlds.
Yeah, he's laughing at them. He's like, oh man.
That's not feeling.
You don't think so? I think he feels bad for them. That's why he's laughing.
I think he feels good about his state in this game. He was already doing really well in that lane, had shoved the Akali to turret. And
technically nobody has Fudge right now. Fudge is Mia.
Yeah, this is okay. At least FlyQuest are still going for this
Who's
first
the
Drake.
KC
We'll
fan
see
counterpart?
if they can manage
No,
to
see,
secure
that's
that
the problem with
here.
C9 being
Monsters
good
at only
in this region,
300
is that
HP.
their
It's very
fans
hard
are
for
not
Kalista to walk
not
over
good
and
enough
do
at
anything
banter
about
to
this.
actually
In
contend
game
with
number 2, I
KC
mentioned
fans.
how both of our games so far, C9 took first Drake before 6 minutes.
That's my
Looks
only
like
problem.
Here in game number 3, they're poised to do the same thing again because
We have nobody
FlyQuest,
that comes close.
They had enough to start it up, but they didn't
We
have
do
the
have
damage
Dom,
to
but it's
finish
not.
the job,
Their
so
fans
C9
need
will
to be
just
the ones
walk on in and say
perpetuating it,
thank
not
you
the
very
content
much
creators.
and claim Drake 1.
And this is so rough for this FlyQuest bot lane to lose that fight there. As we have, I feel like all of this super early action has really ruined our
crab narrative.
Good try, production. Good
Yep.
try. I know you want to see a crab fight, but too bad because C9 says they win every fight before the third crab comes. So you're just going to see Blabber with a large stick versus a defenseless crab.
Especially after we had that little cute graphic with the crab too. I feel kind of bad for him
APA is
getting beat over the head with
1.2k gold ahead at
shock
6 minutes, by the
Kong
way.
monkey stick, whatever.
Yeah.
That was not.
We don't even get to see the shock part of it.
No, he's just the Kong.
The thing that makes me happy, by the way, for those that are like curious, because Malfair brings up a great point.
Go now, 2v2 here in the
Oh
bottom
no.
lane. Another nice wall stun coming out there from
Okay, not bad.
Vulcan. Cryogen
The
for
thing that just makes
handshake
me
to
happy is like,
disengage,
yeah,
but
my
it's
beef
so
with
hard
C9
to
started
trade.
outside
They've
of
got
League of
BF sword,
Legends,
and you just
and
don't
it
have
makes me
anything
happy
close
that
to it.
every part of C9 outside of League of Legends ain't going as great.
Okay, there we go. A little bit of
Oh,
forward aggro. Meanwhile, mid lane,
APA.
with the paranoia, looking to make the play on APA. Perfect execution from
Okay.
Quad to seal the deal. FlyQuest are on the board.
Not laughing anymore, is he?
Yeah, there you go.
There we
That's
go.
Not funny anymore, buddy.
So
Need to be
bot lane
ganking
didn't
at
go
level
well,
6 on
but
cooldown.
Really nice recognition from Griffin and FlyQuest to be able to make that play in the mid lane, try to, claw their way back into this early game. And also, more importantly, the shutdown goes directly to Quad.
Yeah, if we refocus back on what still remains true for FlyQuest, they got to play off these Nocturne timers. And so immediately, as soon as Griffin, is able to get makes a play on mid, they take down the Orianna. And as you say, getting the money into Akali is very, very influential because you can get to your burst damage that much quicker. Quad also has Dark Seal, so that means 2 stacks here for the Dark Seal for Quad off of that. So you're getting like
now fund our
as
Major 3
intense
roster. Yeah,
of a
okay.
power injection
We both know
on
you
your
ain't
first
using that
Nocturne
money to
ultimate
fund a
as
Call of Duty
I would
roster.
say you can honestly hope for,
Don't
given the
lie.
state of the game.
Yeah.
So I think that was like best case scenario that they could hope for, and bodes well for
And you're
viewers
likely
that
going to
wanna
be
see more
going for
games.
MSI anyway, so it's not like you're even going to be paying for the boot camp.
Well, and Kobe, as a longtime jungler, you know the importance when you're playing a champion like Nocturne that feels so ulti reliant on having that first one pay those dividends that you're talking about.
Oh God, Masu,
I
run!
don't even have time to talk about the junglers. They have killed Kalista again. C9 decide that FlyQuest's AD carry does not get to play this game.
But you can still talk about the junglers, talk about how Blabber,
You gotta dive APA. You gotta kill him on cooldown.
Masu, we saw
Ult's about to be
Griffin
up.
recognizing he could make a play in mid. APA is typing as usual. But then Blabber recognizing, again, because this bot lane did not go initially
Honestly, not bad
well
though. Like, just
for
let
Masu and
Kalista
Cryogen
exist in this
after
game,
that initial
and you might be
scuttle
fine.
fight. That is a really big point of power for C9, able to get the dive onto Masu.
Oh, he's going again. I swear, this man must think Microsoft Word is a PvP game. He is just always in there.
Chat, do you think APA is going to lose focus in this series?
Yes, I think APA genuinely
There's a
might
simple
lose
yes
focus
or
in
no
this series.
question here.
Production will let us know what you say.
Is it going to lose focus?
Flowers with a goaded call, by the way.
Could be the case. I mean, we've all been there.
Microsoft Word is a
you're
PvP
winning
game.
pretty hard. Like, the series is going very well for them, and this game as well. They start out with so much money. It could happen.
All right, so looking at the scoreboard right now, because we have been
Flowers
talking about how things have gone really well for Cloud9 on this bottom half of the map. Looks like Sven is under pressure once more from Masu. Barriers for barriers.
There we
Low
go.
HP now on this Sivir. So FlyQuest going to find themselves a good trade down here.
Yeah, I mean, this Kalista-Renata combo is still like nothing
Honestly,
to sneeze at
not
in lane,
not
right?
terrible
like,
from FlyQuest other than the botched crab.
And they're pushing this wave.
Oh,
in.
Jeff on
Sven
TikTok
is gonna
asks,
go
"Hey,
back.
where's Blippo?
We'll
He's
see what he ends up picking
chilling
up.
in Belgium, I guess. I don't know.
Gakos might be in trouble.
Yeah, here's what I was going to talk about earlier is top lane has been like the point of strength for FlyQuest here. This is the one spot that they're winning in, and I just immediately curse it. Thanatos chases Gakos out of lane, finds the solo kill, uses the flash to guarantee that Gakos won't be able to get away with those Aurora tricks. Nice moves from Thanatos.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You know exactly where the Aurora is going to bounce to. When you bounce off that wall, you're going a very predictable direction. Really nice from Thanatos.
Not
Immediately
good.
investing the flash to get the kill. Not leaving room for Gakos to
Dragon's
flash as well.
up. You're down 2K
You
gold.
see Griffin was thinking about a recall there, but the
Full
second
item on
dragon
Blabber.
is alive.
Full item
Dragon's kind of just like a
on
high fantasy
APA.
version of a crab, and C9 definitely want to maintain control over stacking these up. As Griffin goes in, Paranoia target onto Sven, but he cannot continue diving any further forward. Cryogen and Masu both here still. Quad has made his teleport towards the fight. Tempered Fate won't hit anybody, but the Ocean Drake is only going to be claimed by Blabber. Quad wanted to get an assassination, but he can't find the angle for the damage.
APA's dead again.
As they finally secure one back onto APA, so FlyQuest will get something for their troubles, but C9 get the objective.
Okay.
So,
Something.
FlyQuest versus Cloud9 has been very
Definitely something.
favored.
Yeah.
But this game, FlyQuest versus APA is pretty even because APA got 2 kills on bottom lane, but FlyQuest as a team have killed him twice back. So they put a target on him.
I really wish Akali would have gotten that kill, but it's fine.
At least they're able to get that. Of course, Cloud9 is very beneficial. Continue stacking dragons.
Oh yeah.
As
Wait.
Vulcan, the E
Do
is
it.
attached,
Take it.
But he got the exhaust
Take it.
down.
Just go on his magical journey, get away. Akali does not want to follow him through that journey because Bard has some friends waiting in the Dragon Pit if she does. So Quad just all the way back underneath the turret. Now, honestly, the game in its entirety isn't super far apart. It is still a lead for C9 with the 2 Drakes. They've got 1,000.
Okay, this could actually be a good play.
Yep.
Bye, Sven. There we go.
This is one of those moves right here.
There we go. Okay, come on.
Set the trap, and Sven gets caught.
Bring it back.
Yeah, and that's kind of quintessential of what we talked about with this FlyQuest roster. They're going to be looking for angles. They're going to be trying
whole wave
to
denied.
find a way to get back into this game. This Kalista-Renata combo is still
Kalista
very,
should have full
very
item.
deadly.
Yep, there it is.
Sven
There's
steps
Sport.
up
Come on.
a bit too far,
Right back
and
into
they're
it.
there to
Let's go.
punish.
Come on.
Yeah, hide on brush.
Come on.
Able to get him. They push the wave, and honestly, let's see. I mean, Cryogen should be fine.
Didn't authorize on shield.
Doing
No, I was okay. So that was the thing is I know I like clicked on the button the other day, but it didn't fully go through.
You know, cutting that gold lead right back down. FlyQuest now just remain focused on the game plan.
Is that available on YouTube or only on Twitch?
Griffin Nocturne Ultimate, you know, coming up fairly shortly. And see what they can do on that next Nocturne ult timer.
Twitch only? See, I like watching on YouTube. I'm not a Twitch guy.
Level 11s quite soon as Vulcan
YouTube
now
is just a
vulnerable
superior
target,
platform, and it looks
Akali
better
can
in my
get level
opinion.
11 as well, you know, having high potential here as far as assassination.
Looked like a little bit of a perhaps panic there from Gakos needing to get away from Thanatos. So if we end up getting ourselves a Rift Herald fight, that cooldown could end up being very important as items are coming online across the board here. You can see you've already got 5 stacks on APA's Rod of Ages. We just completed Experimental Hexplate for Griffin. Gunblade on Akali as well. These are 2 of the champions in the game that have these really niche items that they like to buy, but that just feel so good on the champs.
Yeah, whenever I, like, that is the Akali item, you know? Like, I don't think of any other champion when I think of Gunblade. I think of Akali. And again,
I think of Kale. Kale from back in the day.
Yeah,
used
from,
to
like, ancient League of Legends.
Yeah,
because
okay. What about,
I'm also
what about
old,
Stanley Nidalee, if you're talking ancient?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
If we
I
want
do
to really hop in
remember
the time
Stanley
machine.
Nidalee. Yes, yes, I do.
But yeah, I would agree that Akali is the #1 that probably a lot of people think of when they think of that, or there's definitely some high elo players who would pick Katarina as their answer for
Yeah,
it,
I'm Katarina.
as
Well, it's just the window.
Katarina builds, but
Or is
we've
it
got
the entire
15
screen? No,
seconds
it's the entire-
until
yeah, it's
the
the
Rift
game
Herald
over.
spawns. You can see Gakko's hanging around the area up there, but still has about 1/3 of the cooldown left to go on the ulti. I'll be curious if FlyQuest want to try to start this objective or really aggressively posture for control
hang on,
without
I'll
that
worry
being
about that
available
first.
yet.
Okay.
There's your paranoia. Vulcan's the target, but he goes on a magical journey and just walks right back over
That
the
was
wall.
not great.
Blabber
He was
thinking
right
about
against
if
the wall.
he needs to do a follow-up defensive engage, but no, he doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Right against the wall.
And that is just going to give power over this Rift Herald to C9.
Tragic.
They are kind of responding with the Akali.
FlyQuest just came back from
some
consistent
turret
kills, to be
plates
honest.
down and probably taking this bot side tier 1.
Wasn't anything in
Yeah,
particular.
side lanes are going to be the question that Cloud9 have probably the most difficulty answering in this game. But they're going to attack side lanes right now.
Hey, I mean, we're just trying to have fun with it out here.
Nice wave clear there from Gakkos. Just barely got the ulti back up and then has to use it to try
That's
to
not
survive
fun,
the
though.
dive, but there's plenty of damage there between Thanatos and
Can
APA.
Masu get the
Meanwhile,
kill?
back
No.
in mid, there's
No, he
Blabber going in for the Cyclone,
Oh,
killing Masu,
no.
and the crushing
Oh,
blow does
no.
it. Griffin cannot defend the Callista in
And he
time.
burned his flash.
Cryogen has to make sure he doesn't get caught out here, get a binding target if he stands too close to Griffin. And C9 pick the enemy ADC in mid. Our gold is practically all tied up after
Tragic.
Quad split pushing down there in the bottom lane, but the Rift Herald is about to rectify that situation.
Yeah, they're just going to be able to take this tier 1 mid. And again, it was nice of FlyQuest recognizing, okay, now with the Nocturnal down, we can't fight this Rift Herald. We're going to try to get plates on the bot side. We're going to try to continue to get gold onto this Akali. But then I really love that roam from APA on the top side of the map.
No activate button on the
killing
screen.
off
What does
this
it mean?
Aurora again. And now Thanatos has kind of taken over the gold lead in that matchup.
Okay, the LoL Esports overlay is now
It
active,
the
by the way,
he was
on
most
Twitch.
well known
for those that want to use
in
it.
In Challengers before he came over
Thank
here.
you so
it
much.
was like I felt like he had some shaky
Should be good to go.
performances on it initially
Thank
from
you,
C9,
Vader.
as we do see FlyQuest taking the opportunity to take this Drake and potentially remove that early stacking with APA taking this topside tier 1.
Yeah, and it's important that Thanatos is in a good spot because
Thank you so much.
the Orianna is kind of the liability in the side lane. So
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Oh, got him. Got him. Come on, Quad.
Nicely done
Come
in
on.
the 1v2, trying to use the smoke to get away from APA, but the flash over the wall to follow.
Ooh,
from the
got
C9
him.
mid laner
Bye-bye.
is now an additional
Come on.
overextension. APA gets caught and punished
Yes.
by Masu and
Let's go.
Griffin,
Come on.
And FlyQuest
Bring
just
it back.
got exactly what they needed thanks to Quad recognizing his opportunity.
And we were just talking about how deadly this Akali can be in assassinating targets.
Bring
in the side
it
lane
back.
With AP
Quad is
then
the win con.
overreaching, trying to get the kill. The Nocturne is immediately able to come in, and it's still looking
And first
pretty
tower.
even,
There we
especially
go.
Since
Come on.
FlyQuest is going to be able to mow down this turret on top side and take a tiny gold lead in the game.
Yeah, I'd say that is one of those plays that's born purely of frustration. It's one of these like sunk cost fallacy plays where he's just mad that you just killed my jungler, and you know maybe he's feeling pressure. You know, Blabber's like, "What? You're gonna let him get away with that, buddy?" Because you're not thinking about, oh, Nocturne has ultimate. There's a Nocturne ult timer right now, so why am I flashing to try and kill this Akali? Little frustration there. So now Quad gets a little smirk this time.
All right, here we go. Big fight. Big fight.
Look at live. They're already fighting in River. Gunblade active.
All right, nice. That's his escape tool
River,
down.
There's no dragon to even fight for. This is a crap battle right here, and that one is going to go the way of Griffin and FlyQuest. And FlyQuest have honestly retaken
there we
the
go.
gold lead. It's not a lot. It's not anything you're right.
Come on, after being down 2K early, come on.
This series has been.
And big thing now to me is going to be Orianna's side lanes because you just flashed aggressively trying to make up for that play. Now with no flash, APA has to like quickly shove a wave and then run away really quickly because you basically just always assume Nocturne's ultimate is up unless he literally
CS
just
check.
It.
Top lane's pretty
at
much
this point in the
even.
game when
Jungle
it's ranked
Griffin
2
is
and
ahead
he,
by a good bit.
experimental hexblade and everything,
Mid lane's
so
about even.
you have
Bot
to
lane
be
Sven's a little
super
bit ahead.
cautious in side lanes as an immobile carry with no flash.
Yeah, and that's where, again, we're also going to see the power of Quad and even Gakkos in these side lanes up against that Orianna. It should allow them to play a lot more aggressively as well with the Nocturne kind of at their back. And this is a really nice kind of clawing back in from FlyQuest with
this is
making
a
these
good
picks and
spot.
kind of punishing C9 over
Really
aggression.
good spot.
You see the hovers here. Blabber, everyone is well aware.
Ooh,
right?
Bard's
Oriana's
there.
gonna be a
Don't take
target
it. Don't
in
take it. Don't 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 take it.
Yeah,
Oh
Vulcan
no.
immediately with the
Oh
defensive
no.
tempered fate.
No, it was a little too aggro.
His ally and the
Now wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up.
Half HP. Blabber looking for a little bit more here, but he does have to be mindful of monsters'
Maybe not.
damage in return. Everybody's
Maybe
committing
not.
teleports. Everybody wants to see where this goes. Thanatos has no Gnar bar. Quad is already down to half HP. Masu gets back.
Oh, big play for Aurora.
It's huge coming out from Gakgos, and Thanatos
I don't think it's
is
enough,
about to
though.
Transform. Quad will not survive thanks to the bailout.
Yeah, it's not enough.
For Sven.
Damn
it's
it.
a bloody fight up here in the top lane, but C9 win it 4-for-2.
That's why
they
it's
did.
important to know your own weaknesses, Flowers, because then you know where your opponents
Yep.
will attack, and you preemptively hover him, just
That
like
sucks.
we're talking about. Blabber and Vulcan here for the counter. You got the defensive Bard ult. We were looking
Didn't
for
have vision.
from
Assumed
Champion,
that
and
nobody
Blabber's
was going to be
ulti's
there.
here,
I mean, it's risky,
actually
but
crazy.
fine.
Got double knockups on both of them. He plays the range really nicely. Super good counter there from C9. Blabber and Vulcan there. To
I
play
thought this was going to
off
be a
of
really
the
close.
known
Like, look at the
target
amount
and
of
the
damage
follow
that
through
put
here
in.
is big.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you see Thanatos kind of doing some damage on the backside of this too. We talked about potential re-engage from this C9, especially with the Bard ult potentially being used defensively.
The big thing though, Masu has flash, Sven has flash, APA does.
They could potentially
Quad
be
does
weak,
not
especially
yet.
after a couple picks, and then really capitalizing. That re-engage from Blabber was so good.
All right, Baron on the board, and
Come on.
we will have our next
I don't know if
dragon
I'd say
in
it's FlyQuest
45
struggling,
seconds
more
here
so
as
just they're
well.
young,
So name of the
and it's
game
just
is
going to take
setting up
time.
4
And
neutral
C9 looks
objectives for
fantastic
C9.
early.
It's about being respectful of the Nocturne and the Akali burst, and for FlyQuest, it's about maybe making sure you're hitting an angle where they might not expect you, but no, it's C9 making the play instead, and with a quick kill onto the enemy jungler, Baron might just be the call.
Blabber's had such a good series, Kobe. We talked about this jungle matchup, how much we like each of these junglers.
Well.
We had the graphic come out of the Unk and the Zoomer, and Blabber has just had such an amazing performance. Really,
I don't know how they're going to get in to
he
fight
can jump
this,
on Griffin
but
there, and it's
good
going
luck.
to be Baron to C9 potentially.
Well, FlyQuest is looking to stop it. But the Baron health bar
can.
already
It's
down
already-
to
dude, it's already
5,000 here.
5K.
Quad seeing
Like,
if he has to go all the way around for a long pincer attack as Thanatos jumps over the wall, ready to stop Gakgos. The Baron already secured by Blabber and C9. Tempered Fate timing, trying for something cheeky there. Doesn't quite work out, doesn't quite need to. Blabber gets the kill onto Gakgos. Defensive handshaking, C9 can't chase any further. But my friends, they have already just
Dragon,
had
I'm not
a
going to worry about
massive
it.
surge
Until
in
somebody
power.
wins, I'm
They're
not
up
talking
over
about
3,000 gold now.
performance
They've
at
got the
first
Baron
stand
for
or
the next 3
worrying about
minutes.
anything
This
like that.
dragon should be
I
no
cannot
contest.
stand those
FlyQuest are
conversations
out of
early.
sorts.
Yeah, immediately
gotta
into
win the league
Drake
first.
stacking, they will get
Until
Ocean
you
Soul,
win the
or,
league, nothing else matters.
Ocean
We'll
Soul
worry
point
about that
off
when the
this.
time comes.
Or no, Mountain Soul point off this, sorry.
I get why people have them.
The
I
other
just
thing I want
personally
to talk
don't like
about, though, is, again, Thanatos. We talked about how good he is on the Gnar, how it was his signature pick. How initially when he came to this C9 roster, he was kind of struggling to team fight with them. I feel like we've seen...
Okay, good angle.
We're seeing a dive
Really
now.
good
Griffin
angle.
Going in, looking for the kill on Sven.
Nice.
Finds a massive shutdown. Huge
But
stuff there
he
from
is gonna die.
FlyQuest. But
Oh,
another
Thanatos lives.
nice
No.
Bard stun coming out from Vulcan. It keeps Thanatos alive. And now Masu is trying to fight and kite all the way through this. But Blabber's got the dash. The Cyclone takes him out. And now there's no way for Cryogen to do anything about this on his own. A triple kill to Blabber. And he's thinking about more. C9 going to disengage now.
I mean,
And
good
right
try,
when it looked like
but
FlyQuest had maybe
tough.
found a moment from a larger opening. No, C9 shuts it down, and it's the Vulcan Bard double stuns once again.
Baron's up again.
I'm having a hard
Baron's
time
still up.
deciding between Blabber and Vulcan Flowers. For like this series, they have both smurfed.
Somebody's getting robbed again.
Yeah.
So either way we vote, somebody's getting robbed because they've both had some incredible plays.
No, I mean, look,
both
player of the series is
individually
Blabber.
and working
It's
together with the
nobody
team.
else but Blabber.
Thanatos trying to keep the pressure on the tier 2 turret here in mid lane. Vulcan just goes on a magical journey. Gets
I mean,
right back
if you
out
want to
as
be
FlyQuest
a
shows
great
up to
Bard
try
in
to
NA,
stop
go
the
right
push.
ahead, practice
His
them.
gold lead now up to almost
We can
5,000.
always use
the
more.
Mountain Soul point that you mentioned earlier, Emily. Thanatos just waiting in the jungle, follows it up with a wall up, even though he doesn't get the wall slam. Quad survives just
quit.
barely, but
Come
no,
on,
that
quit.
bailout
Quad.
is not saving anyone. Vulcan looks for even more now.
Oh god, is this going to be a 26-minute game?
Bulldozed over in mid. Does take a couple of spears for his trouble. Griffin's trying to defend up there in the top lane, tier 2, but a nice tempered fate from Vulcan, followed up by the shockwave from APA, and Masu's Kalista has nowhere to go. Cryogen likely to die here. The bailout again, it's not able to save anyone. We're seeing so little value from this Renata so far in this game, as C9 are just going to continue their push. There's only 2 left alive on the FlyQuest side, and the mid lane inhibitor turret is already down.
Is this quicker than game 2?
I mean, C9 said they were confident in picking FlyQuest as their opponent once they learned that they could, and they're looking great to close out this series.
10 seconds left on the Baron. They want to try to use it to knock down some Nexus turrets. Gat goes to target from Blabber as he goes in, finds a dominating streak as Griffin gets stunned into the wall. The Quad has finally made his way back into the Rift. He wants to try to punish C9 here, diving into the back lines. He at least gets Sven, but he dies in the process. FlyQuest have respawned. They have enough men on the map to hopefully defend their Nexus at least for a little while longer.
Masu missed the
Thanatos,
Q.
the only one with a decent
Oh no. Oh god. Oh god.
Masu and Cryo are dead again. Thanatos
Poor
in
K,
hot
they have
pursuit of
families,
Griffin.
bro.
Does not
They have
allow
families.
That last FlyQuest player away. It's an ace for C9, and once again, Vulcan is just trolling because it's funny. He's trolling because that's how well he's played this Bard this game. It's another 25-minute win, and this series, start to finish, was Cloud9 dominance.
Belt to ass.
That was a beatdown.
That was
what a performance
so
from so
brutal.
many of the C9 players too. Vulcan and Blabber, absolutely my front runners. This is going to be a hard one to pick on who I think the player of the series is. Chat, let me know what you guys think. Lounge, how about you?
Oh my god.
I'm voting for the Crabman.
Yeah?
Personally.
I think we're triple crabbers.
We are all crabbers.
Yeah, it's Blabber. It's not even a question. It's Blabber. Like, I don't even know what to say. Okay, Vulcan's going on the... Alright, let's see what Vulcan says. Can Vulcan give anybody else hope that this can be like... Because they're going to beat the piss out of Sentinels, by the way.
Sub 26 minutes. Game 1 wasn't much longer, and this was the game where...
Come on in.
Welcome, Vulcan. Congratulations. Vulcan,
what do you got to say, Vulcan?
Who was player of the series? Who do you think?
Blabber?
Okay.
That was my
we have
vote.
a quad Blabber then. We all voted Blabber. Who was player of the game, though? What about the Bard?
That's me. I mean, I'll take the last one.
That's what I said, too.
Well done,
We're going to tabulate the votes while we talk to you. I feel like this was very one-sided. Was it more or less one-sided than you were expecting?
I think more. We weren't expecting this result. I mean, we came in, obviously we were not expecting to ever just 3-0 someone in sub 30 minutes every game.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit surprised. But you know, there was a reason why we picked FlyQuest over DSG, right? So we were confident going into it. So
21 KDA this series for you.
Oh my god.
What was the CSD? Let's get it out.
CSD on the screen, actually.
Can we bring this
The
up,
C9 systems.
How did you feel about the 2v2s? Because it did feel like a couple times.
First stand is March,
2v2,
mid-March.
but you guys always seem to be able to find really good fights around bot lane. Do you think that was something that you guys were making mistakes on, or do you think it's kind of just the matchups? Or talk to me a bit about the 2v2s.
I think game 1 and 2 we had really good matchups. Game 2, I think Sven made a mistake when I bubbled Masu. I think we can't really lose that fight if he plays well. So that was a bit unfortunate. And then in game 3, super losing matchup where Sivir Bard obviously outscaled Kalista Renata, but the moment Kalista gets a couple items, if she clicks on Sivir, we will not win. Just the amount of damage that these champs do. But we are just hoping that it's going to be team gap. And thankfully, we always say we just need one good thing to happen. And then there was a big crab fight where I think we got 3 kills in the early game, right? So that's one pretty good thing. So that counted. So we were chilling. But yeah, we still ended up dying because it's just unplayable, I guess. So maybe we shouldn't pick like this, but
I think FlyQuest is fine.
I'm going to zero in on the answer for the first question because yes, it's 3:25 p.m. The fact that the series is over is crazy.
6:27.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
You said that you picked them for a reason. Usually when you're just caught out of a best of 3 with a team, there's a level of familiarity. They understand you. You don't pick them. What about FlyQuest did you feel would make it even easier this time around?
I think Blabber was just super confident going against this team. I think he kind of just
forever
runs
in the
Griffin,
basement
it looks
studio
like.
now. Nope, this is
And
the last
so
week of it.
Jungle is the
Next
most
week
OP role
and
in the
permanently
game,
after
obviously,
this,
for
we
the
are
past
in
16
the
seasons.
studio for the rest of the split.
I made the decision rather easy, I would say.
So
August Blabber. We have
This is
the
the
results.
last week of
I
spring
voted
that we're in the
Vulcan.
studio.
Yeah, same.
Or we're in the
Blabber
basement.
for
For the last game.
Yeah, for the last game.
Yeah.
So we got you, your
I
teammate.
voted, yeah.
In the, only 58% KP. Your KP was like 80%. It's higher.
We need to do a recount.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
I think Blabber got. I think he lost. He didn't.
I don't
win the
know who
recount
plays
last
who, so
week.
that's I'm waiting to find out like
look at
the
the chat.
schedule as they
Wow,
say.
wow.
Yeah, honorary player of the
Twitch
game.
chat is all challenger players.
I mean, the
as
stream will
well,
never
so.
forget, so it's all good.
Appreciate it. See you next time. For those heading
Talk
out,
to me a bit
y'all have a great
about
weekend, okay?
Just kind of like.
Again, if you're new around here, be sure to sub on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, be sure to
I know
follow
we've
the
heard from
channel.
a number of C9 people talking to some of you guys about how I will dominate and Blabber have all the crab propaganda.
Twitch
but
stream
we
said
have to
FNC. I
just
mean,
send
he's
it
probably
no
going to
matter
review
what,
with the
get
team.
that second,
But
get the third crab, I guess, for level 6, right? Are you guys getting more bought in
That's
on
tough.
that? Are you less bought in on that? Where do you stand on the jungle crab propaganda?
I mean, we have no choice but to buy in.
Ranger Row, thank you for the
Blabber's
follow.
holding the crab to my head and my face, and if I don't show up, then I'll die. So it is what it is.
It actually felt like it accelerated this series. We had
did.
all this broadcast stuff planned. If you ever go back and watch the series of like the 6-minute crab countdown, like that was going to be the big fight. But then it just happened at the first crab, every single game. I mean, especially this last one. APA roamed down, as I mentioned, the one good thing that happened for you guys, and you were able to 3-0 them.
Yep.
I mean, just an insane series. Like a player of the series.
We do not know the lower bracket matchups
this week
yet.
is
We're
Blabber.
about to see it here
So,
shortly.
APA's won it twice.
But I've heard
Ben's
Tom.
won it once. Blabber's won it. You guys have.
Player of the season and the week. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're stacking wars now. We decided to give away player of the game for every game,
This
player of
is
the series every series.
4 C9 player of the weeks in a row.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
guys
mean,
have
what do you
gotten Every
expect?
single player of the week.
C9 was.
Where's your player of the week, Vulcan?
Yeah.
I mean, supports are just underappreciated. It's just
Okay.
a fact.
I agree.
But it's fine. I mean, my teammates have obviously been smurfing, and I'm playing like Nami and stuff. I just throw water around, so it's not very flashy.
GG's haymakers didn't land
so,
like we needed.
next week?
Hey,
Do
Papa,
I play
get him
next
back
week?
next time.
Maybe in
Week
2
after
weeks.
that.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. I'll get
Actually,
it.
you might actually play next week because there's 3 games next
There's
week.
going to be
We have some
comms.
Oh, there are 3
coming
games
up
next week. Yeah, they definitely play next week.
Woo! Top game, last game. Can I get MVP this game?
No, I think Blabber gets MVP, bro. Sorry.
What he said.
I couldn't hear that.
You already. Oh.
Thanatos was saying, "Oh, Top Gap, I get MVP this game," and Sven was like, "I think Blabber gets MVP
Yeah.
this game."
You guys, sorry, bro.
Yeah, sorry,
Check Cubby Sweet.
I mean, to be fair to Thanatos, it's pretty crazy that he got a solo kill in this matchup because they picked Aura very early, and we kind of think the champion is obviously very strong in lane, but the value decreases as the game goes on. And he was able to solo kill Aura like not too late in the game, which obviously swung the matchup and the game pretty heavily. So yeah, great play from him.
Yeah, I mean, the whole team played really well. Let's take a look at the bracket. Talk me through the bracket. How do you expect the lower bracket maybe to go? Obviously, Lion and TL are down there. Preseason rankings and all the scrim rumors still have them pretty highly ranked.
Okay,
What do you expect,
so there it
coming
is.
To next week
It's
with some
Lion
lower
versus
bracket matchups?
Fly.
It's actually maybe not as obvious as people might have thought.
These matchups
before
are
any games were played, but now
good.
that, we saw a regular season go this way. I'm not sure. I mean, I would say
Lion versus
put my
Fly
money
is
on,
very.
Lion
Oh
and TL
my
if,
god.
If I had to, but yeah, you never know. I think they've
That's
have issues on stage,
whoa.
obviously, and it's just a question
Lion
of
with
they've been
time,
able
I
to figure it
think,
out
might
in the
beat
small
FlyQuest.
turnaround, like,
And I think
that they
TL with
have.
time
So,
and
yeah,
DSG coming off a little bit
kind of.
shaky.
And a question
Yeah,
that might be
I
difficult
could
to
see.
answer for you,
Yeah,
but I'm
I
gonna
could
do
see
it
that.
anyways, is like you guys
Yeah.
have always
Next
shown,
week's oh
like,
my
incredible
god,
play during regular season.
bro!
And it
Next
was
week's
discussed
gonna be
earlier
so
on
much
in the
fun.
show just about like playoffs, and there was always going to be a
Fridays
question
are
mark.
bad. They have
maybe
to
this
based on the
series would be,
schedule.
like a little closer. It was
I will
perhaps the
find a
biggest
way
top
to be
five season
live
you guys
for
had in
Friday's
playoffs in a
matchup, I
while, and
promise you
obviously
that.
You still have a lot more playoffs to play. Does it feel different from the other playoff series in the past? Like because you guys have brought on APA, does he add any
Next week's
element
series
that
are
makes
gonna
it
be
easier
so
in a
good.
best of 5?
I mean, for sure, he has definitely more voice being a native English speaker than Loki did. They're different players, but he's more vocal, so
What up,
that's
Alex?
his strength. And it's always going to be valuable in playoffs, especially when people are maybe a bit more nervous to have someone, any direction during a game.
Honestly, like the most lopsided one is going to be C9 versus Sen. Like that's going to be
draft he wants to play.
Beating.
That is all very helpful in playoffs, and
it's going to be so bad.
Like maybe I'm not so good at this, so let's stick to what I know. And APA is obviously the 6-1 trick, so he knows where his
Sen 3-1. You're crazy.
So I think he's
helped us. Crazy.
And, yeah, I mean it's very good to we've had somewhat of a playoff curse recently, and it's good to start it off this way, and we'll just have to.
And that's how we fucking.
Do you mute him
up.
in game?
Because
I know I've seen that Sven mutes him in game during your stage games.
I had him muted. I had him muted the whole time until he joined my team, and then I unmuted him. So now I see what he says.
Hang on.
Is it ever distracting?
No, I mean,
how
he
do
was
I
the whole time during the pauses in the first game. And
reports?
That was funny, but distracting, not really. I don't pay attention to it too
high
much.
user on my
XD
channel
here and there.
report.
Yeah, if you caught it there, you guys play Sentinels next Sunday. So
hide
you do play
on
next
channel.
Week. Have a chance to go 5 for 5 in Cloud9 Player of the Week.
Reports.
That's it for us, Vulcan. Congratulations once again.
Hate
You're guaranteed
speech.
going to Brazil, whether it's first or second or third.
Vamos.
Yeah. 2 more best of 5s, and you can go all the way to first stand. That's it for us. We'll be back next Friday. We're playing 3 series next week at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific for Team Liquid versus DSG.
Buy your tickets.
See you then.
People are freaking insane.
Tickets.
But
Jesus
we are
Christ.
officially into bracket play on our way towards first stand. We've got
more?
best of 5s coming at you. Yesterday we went to full distance, all 5 games.
Yeah, it was a banger yesterday.
Twitch?
I think today might even top it though.
Bro, what the fuck is happening on? Might need to mute. Okay, I don't know what is going on with YouTube chat right now. Report, hate speech, hide on. Okay, I'm getting spam with bots or something here on YouTube chat right now. Report, hate speech, hide on channel. Like, I don't know. Moderation activity. Need to mute these guys. Try and. I don't know. How do I. I'm getting bot spammed right now on YouTube chat. What the. What the fuck? Okay, this is getting out of hand on YouTube chat. I legitimately don't know what to do right now. I don't know how to handle this. There's like so many of them. So I'm ending stream before this gets worse, and I'll figure it out off stream. Games are done anyway, so thank God that's not on stream. But I don't know what to do. Like, bots are coming in here, so I'm just gonna end all this. All right. Sub only next stream. Got it. I'll figure it out. I gotta go. I gotta end this now before this gets out of hand. I'll see you all later. Sorry for the really weird ending to this, but I don't know what's happening over